T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
LadyChann! Fight!
Yo, how you going? It's LadyChann, nonetheless, and welcome to the weekly wrap-up show on Cumbox with CHANN. And we have got a lot to chop, bars. What a weekend of boxing that we were spoiled with. Great stuff. So we are about to chop this shit up, you know what I mean? Let's see. And when I'm over here, I've just changed from being at my desk just for a bit. Remember, I used to do it on the couch, so I just fancied being at the couch for a bit. But I have to get one of my mics. That's actually a little mini mic. I just have to. But the laptop speaker's mic's quite good, but I do need to do a mic over here as well. Y'all are in the building. We've got Josh in the building. We got AJ all day in the building. Yeah. You guys still trickling over. I think Coach Malachi battling with the Ryanettes. The Ryanaires. We call them here Ryanaires. You know, the Ryan Garcia fanboys. You get rid of one and then another two pop up. They're like warts. Awful. Fucking awful. But yeah, we're here in the building. So I'm going to introducing I'm Mr. Kenny Ken. I missed you, Ken.
Yeah, I was at Selhurst Park watching Arsenal get thrashed by Crystal Palace.
I know, and my mate told me you got lost. I was like, Kenny's going to be pissed.
I was absolutely fuming. You know, the day started off very well. You know, I made sure I got to like Fulton Heath just after 5, and my West Indian dinner. Wait for some friends. Yeah. Before you knew it,
what did you have? What did you have for the West Indian food?
You know what? I like fried chicken with a bit of spice in it. The fried chicken meals, you know, it was. You know what? A large, £10 for a fried chicken with extra wings, extra chickens. I'm laughing, man. That was wicked, and a drink as well. So £10.
I know.
It's just
cheap and cheerful.
Yeah. But there's been some boxing happening as well.
Yeah, let me introduce one of our compadres. I'm introducing AJ all day, Alex. What up, Joe? California, eh?
What up, my fellow Brits? What's going on?
What's up? I feel that you're an honorary Brit. You are, because you're one of the American You're one of the American gangs that are like you just keep it straight across the board. You're not xenophobic. You're open to mix with other cultures and countries, and that's what I love about you. It doesn't feel like you're American. It just feels like you're just Alex, and that's what it should feel like.
Chan, I'm loyal to the sport of boxing as a whole.
You are. You're loyal to the
race. Don't care where you're from. Don't care what the fan bases or promoters outfits. None of that. I just love the sport of boxing. That's it.
Yep, I know, and that's what I love about you. And you was one of the only fucking Americans that actually stayed up at 5 a.m. to what you did. What us Brits are usually do. And you know what? It made me see who's really boxing fans, because you guys are so used to having it your way that the minute that it turned into a 5 a.m. card, hardly none of you lot was up to watch it. But us Brits, that's all we've known, and we do it. It's a sense of entitlement where you're like, oh, that fight's at 5 a.m. Why should I watch it? Because you're a fucking boxing fan. That's why you should watch it.
Yeah, we had a little dinner party going on it too as well. Yeah.
Yeah, there was only a few. There was literally only a few. I looked at my timeline, dead. Everyone's dead. Even in our group, dead. They was asleep. It was only me, you. Me, you out of our crew. Only me and you. Everybody else sleep.
Dead.
And I read out the whole day. I read out the whole day because it was midday for us. I read out the whole day of boxing. Then it went into Vegas and you guys' territory, and fights started at 2 a.m. up until the main event 4 and 5 a.m. I did all of that until the next day. Tell me a bitch ain't dedicated out here.
You is. 100%.
She is I and I am her. What's my motherfucking name, fools? LadyChann. All right.
Don't forget it. Y'all better know.
We've got some shout outs to do. We've got, oh God. Shout out to the LDBC strong. Canelo, the white man slayer. Oh Lord, we've got
Here
all
we
of
go.
In the building. I hope you're one of the same alphabet boys, because we're here to discuss boxing, okay? But nice to have you, Canelo. Oh God, you lot are crazy. Lance Meyer is in the building. My sister, Lisa, get your ass over here. Get over here. Lisa's done been a Brit. Lisa's Scottish. We actually tracked down her lineage. She's actually mixed with Scottish. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's why she gets along with the UK. She's low-key UK. That's crazy. Justin, shout out to the beautiful LadyChann. Don't forget that second N, Justin. I've been letting it slide with everybody. CHANN. It's for the search engine.
Come on, y'all. She's a stickler about that. Don't forget to win. It's 2 N. 1.
Yeah, that's my artist name. You need to type it in the correct way to bring up the correct Shan in the search engine. So it's 2 N's. Okay? I'm reloaded. How's my day going? My day is fine. Let's see. Okay, I got you. Yeah, no, we all good. I salute you all. I got friends that are in the LDBC. They're all good. I rock with shouts out to Blue Blood. I rock with old Blue over there. And then there's some of them, they were all nameless, yeah, because they go over to the extreme. You know, we don't mind everybody having different fighters that you're a fan of, but when it turns into fanboyism, that's where the problems start to, you know, Fury fanboys, fucking Ryan Garcia fanboys, the Ryanettes. You know, you got the aerosexuals. You could be a fan, but just don't be a fanboy. You know, you got the homosexuals.
Hey, Chad, by the way, I got a new nickname for the Spence fans. I call them truth seekers.
Truth seekers.
yeah, that's what they are. Yeah.
So far, I know, because so far all we've been shrouded is with lies. So it's quite ironic that it's Errol the True Spence. I need to see you be true. I need to see some truth, because I can turn into Maury with a lie detector and say, you are, and that was a lie. You know, you could do that with Errol Spence all day. I want to see Errol Spence absolutely stand on his square and do the right thing, and I'd support it all day long. What I will say though, do you know what I love about when, you know, PBC, the Showtime, you know, the little mini documentaries that they do.
All access episodes, yeah.
My God, I watched the 2 episodes with Spence and Ugas, and
Very
it always
good.
allowed
Very
you
good.
to see more the boxer a little better. Sometimes you can see some shit that you're like, oops. But so, like, I saw a side of Errol Spence. I could counter it because I could counter everything. But I saw a side that was quite endearing, and I'd like him to, you know, live up to that. I think he's realised that he's mortal. He did tell the truth, saying that he'd slipped in weight in between fights. He wasn't as dedicated. He was literally just doing it at a, you know, just coasting through. Sometimes in between fights, he'd be like, as we know, 190 pounds, and you know, and yeah, he'd have to be doing fat camp, and he wasn't really taking a lot of shit serious. For someone that wasn't taking a lot of shit serious, you're either lying to make it look like what your achievements was better, or you're telling the truth, and that makes you look like, wow, like you wasn't even at optimum and you've achieved what you've achieved so far. So shouts out to him on that.
I really like those. So sorry to interrupt, but I really like those all access episodes. They kind of remind me of the Blood, Sweat, and Tears documentaries on Top Rank. The kind of like so
it's kind of gives you that nostalgia. Yeah, I liked it. I liked seeing Ugas with his beautiful fiance and him talking to his son in
who's
Miami.
autistic. I did not know that, man.
Yeah,
what?
He's got autistic son. And his son just watches mad amounts of boxing of his dad, and that was very endearing as well. And seeing Errol Spence's, finally we get to see the second baby mama. She's stunning, she's gorgeous, and they're two kids. And
was she in the second episode?
Yeah, she's in the second.
I haven't seen that one yet. I've seen the first, but not the second. Okay,
yeah.
I'll watch that one.
She's kind of like a nice curvy. I would say about 5'8". Maybe biracial Latina, fair skinned, very stunning, stunning. And they had the little baby. Errol Spence was absolutely changing his son's nappy, full of sweat coming from sparring and stuff, and he was like, "Yep, you had the sweet potatoes." Like he was like, "Oh, did all of that." His son comes in the ring. He says his son had the pads on. He goes, "My son always reaches for the pads." So I don't know if he wants to be a coach or a boxer. I don't know. He's a bit confused at the minute, but maybe he wants to be a coach because he had the pads on. You know, cute kids. And I think it's good that the kids get to see what their dad does. He said it feels better to include them so they know what daddy's doing, and you know, grow up with him there instead of him leaving out for camp and blocking them out for like 3 months, which some fighters do. Each their own. Everybody trains a different way, you know. Mike Tyson moves out of his house completely, he says, when he's training for a fight, completely separates himself from his family, because he said he turns into the beast, and it's not quite a nice person to live with when he's in beast mode, you know.
That kind of reminds me of what that kind of reminds me of what Marvin Hagler did when he trained for his fights. Yeah, like they said, like he would like literally go to jail, like he'd go to Cape Cod and hole up in hotels for like the winter or the summer, and like he would only be interrupted and disturbed by like his family. Nobody was allowed to bother him when like the press. They just have smart partners come in. It was like complete lockdown where I'm like, oh Lord.
Yeah. I tell you who else does that. Usyk does that as well. He separates from his family totally as well. Some fighters do it, but it was good to see how Errol Spence, how he's coming along, and he looks in good shape. Bit slurry, bit punchy. My sister Lisa Bales is in the Bill Dizzin. Bit slurry, a bit punchy, and I'm worried about the eye. I'm still worried about it. He said it's all hooked up. He said it's all hooked up with like some really good, like kind of like, you know, titanium type of little slim rods. That he said it's stronger than the right eye. Well, oh my God, well that's saying something then. I mean, both eyes is fucked then, is what you're saying. If that's now stronger than the right eye, you better go and get that right eye looked at, just in case. You know, so, but yeah, he was letting off those, you know, those little statements and talking about the crash. I didn't know. He had no recollection of the crash, and up to 3 weeks after the crash.
They say he didn't remember the night of the crash or 3 weeks after. Yeah.
And 3 weeks after the crash, he didn't know what happened in between that 3 weeks as well. Imagine that. That's fucking wild, isn't it? He's fucking lucky. Them teeth are too big, though. Them teeth are too big, Errol.
Oh, they're fake. They're not even real.
Yeah, I know. They always get. Why do when these these like celebrities get these veneers. Just get them the size that your mouth can close over them comfortably. You don't have to do Ed the horse. You know, it looks yeah, it looks horsey. It doesn't. If your mouth can't close over your teeth, that's telling you that the teeth is too big. So
CHANN, don't worry. It's like, I mean, well, Terrence is going to fix that. If he fights Terrence, he's going to knock those out, I think. So,
them teeth is going to be gone. Yep. Them teeth is going to be with the mouth guard on the floor. You know, so I hope he, you know, makes sure that they're really wedged in and screwed in. He needs a new set. And they look too fake as well. Too fake. Because in the all access, in the second one, you know, there's some extreme close-ups and, you know, he's laughing. And I'm like, them teeth is too big. Mr. Ed, that was the show. Call him Mr. Ed. Yeah, the teeth is too big, fam. Teeth is too big. But shouts out to Errol Spence in the build dizzing. Shouts out to Bud Crawford I love Bud in the build dizzing. So I can't wait for the Ugas fight. He said he's taking it very, very serious. You have to. In my opinion, do you know what? Ugas, I want him to win. I know it sounds like, you know why? Because I saw his story. You know how many times this geezer, I only knew a couple of times he's got robbed. He got fucking robbed. I think he got robbed even in the Olympics. He dropped the guy and they didn't give him the win as well.
Oh.
Like, he's just been robbed upon robbed upon robbed.
I think his last loss was Sean Porter. Then what's his loss before that? I think that might have been controversial too as well. I'm not too sure. We lost.
He was. I think that's the one.
And I gotta find that now. Hold on.
Pull it up. What was his one? Because he absolutely had one and then retired, and he was like, "Fuck this shit." Then I'm not gonna box anymore because that just put a bad taste in his mouth. And then he's fought. Yeah. Sean Porter, a lot of people thought he won. I did a rewatch. I had Porter just edging it, and then so now he's beating the brakes off of Pacquiao, and then you know.
Oh, yeah, that was it. Okay, I found it. It was he lost to a guy named Amir Imam in May 2014. That was a UD loss over 8 rounds. Then he didn't fight again for another 2 years.
That's the one that he got robbed on that, right? And he retired. For
like a couple years. He didn't come back till like 2016, like August 2016.
Yep. So I was watching all of that, and it's just shouts out to fucking Ugas. I do I've got really no horse in the race, to be honest. Like, all I know is that Ugas, he really does want undisputed, and I know we'll get that fight with Bud. With Errol Spence winning, it looks a little more that it's leaning towards that he'll fight Bud, but it's not.
Well, CHANN, listen to what he said. I mean, Spence said, he said that after if I get past Ugas and beat him, we'll see about fighting Terrence Crawford. He said we'll see. So that just tells me right there. Well, why can't you just say you want to fight him? I mean, why do you need to see about it? That's not confident.
He said he's got 2 fights left at 47. He said Ugas, and then he went,
we know the last one has to be against.
Keith Thurman. Imagine if he announces that.
Watch him fight Keith. I think that's what's going to happen if he wins. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Wouldn't surprise.
Then it's the duck. Then that's a clear duck. That's a clear. Errol baby mama Latin and black. Well, the first baby mother is black, and this one is. You've seen his kids; they're very fair. This one is. I
saw his son. His son is really light, and his son looks mixed. So yeah.
Yeah, because their mum looks like she's either Latino mixed with a bit black but just biracial. But yeah, she's the same color as the kids, but maybe even fairer actually. Yeah, with that light brown hair. But yeah, she's stunning though. She's stunning. So yeah, that's the first time he's actually put her on show, because the first baby mama now.
We don't know who she. I don't know who she is.
Well, she's in Bud's DMs. She's like,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the one. That's sending Bud DMs. Okay.
Yeah, that's the first baby mother. Yeah.
Yep. I caught that.
She's like,
I knocked them out, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, wow.
She used to be at the fights. I used to see her at the fights.
Where does Kenny go?
Okay. Did he drop off? He dropped off.
Kenny was like, fuck all this shit.
How you doing, though?
Yeah. Go.
Hey,
hi, sis.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, she used to be dedicated, but I mean, I mean, he moved on, and she probably just pissed off. Like, he's got 2 kids elsewhere now, and she's up in Bud's.
So are the 2 daughters with her?
No, she's got 1, and the new one's got 2. So she's got 1.
No. The first one got the 2 daughters.
So the daughter that's on the all access on the second one, there's a daughter and a baby. So that daughter's...
That's the son.
No, sis. No. She's got a daughter. 1 daughter. That's it. 1 kid.
No, he got 2 daughters with the first one and a son with this new one.
Yeah. Okay, well, that daughter, she looks like because she's super fair, but his first baby mother's not. She's chocolate.
No, she's not. She's very light.
Oh, I must be looking at the wrong chick. Is she light as well? The one that's rocking with Bud. Oh, she light.
No, that's the first baby's mother.
Yeah, is she light?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fair.
Does he have 3 kids with 3 different women, or what? Like,
no, he's got 2 kids with 2 women. So she's got that kid, that the oldest daughter that he's got in all access. That's her daughter then.
Yeah, and they got another daughter.
And they just got the baby.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. No, her and him have another daughter, and then he got a little boy now from the new.
He's got 3 kids though, sis.
Yeah, I know.
So where's the first baby mother's got how many?
2.
Okay, and then so that's what I'm saying. So in the all access, he's got his son and a daughter there.
Oh, well, maybe the other one wasn't in there. Here.
And she's very fair as well. She looks like she's about 7, 6.
Something like
that.
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen. Well, I don't know where the other daughter is because he's only showed 2 kids so far.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, I've seen the other daughter.
Yeah, I know he has 2 daughters.
Yeah, I've seen the other daughter. Yeah.
So she's older. She's the oldest than the other daughter.
No, she's younger.
Okay.
So he's got like a 7-year-old and then maybe like a 5-year-old with her, and then he's got the baby with the other woman.
See what Errol's doing?
Yeah, I guess.
Like,
really?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But they're all I watched the all access. But yeah, what's going on, Mad Dog? Hermano, todo bien. What up? Let's see what everyone's saying. King TJ in the building. Can you guys make sure you press the motherfucking likes? Because I noticed you mofos not be pressing the like button. Even on my commentaries, it could have like fucking 600 views. It could have 200 views. It'd be like 10 likes. It's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Just like it, please. Oh, Kenny, you back?
Yeah.
What happened, Ken? Kenny, you frozen, mate. You're frozen when your heart's not
frozen in time.
Kenny, refrozen. Come again, selector.
He's trying to time travel. He got stuck.
We've got Coach Malachi in the building. I left you fighting the Bayonettes. I left you fighting them. I was going to jump in, like, jump. I'm like, shall I jump in? He got it. Shall I jump in? No.
Hey, what's up, Coach? I was laughing. I was just listening. I didn't come in the chat. I was laughing.
I was crying. I've been watching the whole time. But
Hey, Lisa, say it. It's like the dude say, yo, man, you ain't got to be disrespectful. I say I do it because I can.
Yeah.
If I was constantly being disrespected on someone else's channel, I wouldn't come over here anymore.
I know. Why would you do that? And you wasn't even being disrespectful though. That's the thing.
I started getting disrespectful at the end. At the end, I just
like this last little further.
Yeah. I just talked about their mothers. Said their mothers should have got rid of them. Never should have had them. I'm upset with their father. I didn't care. One of the guys gave me a donation. I said I still hate you. Still don't like you. And I just wish that you would go away.
Yeah. That's $20 super
right.
Jason Moans, he's just synonymous with your show. He was begging in the chat, like, please let me back in. No, dude, you're a troll. Go away.
He kept listen. Shane, the guy, AJ, what's up, my brother? The guy called me 40 times yesterday.
No, he's a loser.
I have 40 calls. Yeah. I can't make this up. I have 40 calls from no caller ID.
Because that's Jason. 40. It's money. That's them too.
I say, bruh, you know, how do you call a man
cringe.
40 times in a row?
It's like this is like restraining order type stuff.
Bro, it's like these dudes, they're stalking at this point.
I know. I hope they don't follow you over here. Jason Mose, don't you dare come here. You'll be blocked straight on site. Yeah, I know. Jason Mose is stalking coach. I was watching him in the chat going, I'm blocked. And everyone was like, we can see you, dude. You're not blocked.
Yeah, but matter of fact, I'm fixing to block him now, though. He blocked.
Oh, is he? Yeah, because he's annoying.
Yeah, I'm gonna block him. He kind of getting on my nerves. You know, I don't block him, but he kind of getting on my nerves now. So
so to block him.
I blocked VA Money because he was calling, stalking, and everything too. So I don't block him, but I'm gonna end up blocking the other guy. But but don't worry about that. I don't want to take away from the show. What's going on? What's going on?
Hilarious. We was, you know what, we was talking about Errol Spence's, like I was watching the All Access and I was like, we was trying to find out how many baby mothers, because I was like, there's 2 kids here, and Lisa was like, no, that one's for the first baby mother, and I was like, but he's got 2. She was like, no. So we was just going back and forth, like, because he showed his new girlfriend now in the episode 2, and I was saying, yeah, she's a stunning woman, light skin, either Latina or biracial. Yeah,
I think she's Mexican. I think she's Mexican.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. So we were just talking about Bud's his first baby mother was now riding with Bud, saying like, not my baby daddy. Out. She was in Bud's DMs. You know, it's all gone love and hip hop.
It's you know how that is, man. Yeah, she said that a while ago though. That was a while ago.
Yeah, about a month ago. But I've only been made aware of it now, So I was like, wow, it's quite hilarious to see what's going on. So yeah, that's where we got up to. ERF, you dropped out. Jump in when you can, my brother. So hang on, notification. Okay, all right, okay. So welcome back, Kenny Ken. So we've been spoiled with the sport, and I noticed some of you lot didn't get up at 5 a.m. to watch Triple G. But when it's us, we get up at 5 a.m. to watch it. But you Americans, so entitled, so used to it your way. When a fight's at 5 a.m., they motherfuckers don't want to get up.
Coach, you got some explaining to do, brother.
No, I saw the fight.
Oh, you did? You did? Okay.
I saw the fight.
Time that it aired.
No, I saw the fight. But I didn't.
Time that it aired. At 5 a.m. your time. Did you watch it?
Oh no.
I
ain't get up at 5. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It was just me and AJ. And AJ is even 2 hours behind you. And he still was up.
Shit, I was saying I was tired, Shane. I was tired.
Yeah, you did.
I was tired. I was tired, Shane. Friday.
I was looking at the group going, did you hear me going? Did you hear me digging you lot out? Pathetic. I was like, when it's us, we're up at 5 a.m. because we like boxing, and this is what we've had to grow up with, doing it, watching it on you lot's time zone, and we do it. The one little fucking fight that was at 5 a.m., everybody couldn't do it. Oh, I'll catch that tomorrow. You lames. Imagine if we did that. Entitlement. You Americans. Entitlement. Not everything is on your time zone. One little fight in Japan.
Yeah, Americans are, Americans are very, very entitled, very
spoiled.
Not all arrogant, or just it's about us.
Yeah, very spoiled.
I saw the ring walk and then I fell asleep.
That's not good enough. It's not.
I know.
You know what I did?
I know. I tried.
Let me toot my horn. At least you tried, sis. Mal didn't even bother. Yeah.
But I said, man, I ain't gonna. Man, I said, man, I'm gonna be asleep, man. I had no said it all week. I said, I'm gonna be asleep, man. I can't.
You know why? Because there was no Americans fighting in it.
It's not even that. It's just that I'm not 5 o'clock in the morning. I was just tired. I'm like, man, I'm just tired, man. Like, I know he gonna knock this dude out. I picked him to. Now, as a matter of fact, I end up switching my pick Murata for the upset.
Yeah, it was looking like it was going that way. Guess what I did? I was rocking with you guys like from into the Saturday morning. So by the time I went to sleep, it was like 6 a.m. my time. I opened my eyes midday. The fight started. So the Saturday from midday, I stayed up the whole day because then it was Sunday morning for us when the other card started. And I rocked out with you on your chat. I watched all the fucking fights. I had all my devices going at the same time. That is commitment. All I asked of you guys was to stay up till 5 a.m. and watch one fucking fight live, and you couldn't even do it. You're not built like me. You're not built like me. I'm different.
You know what, Chan? What messed me up, Chan, I was up all night. See, with fights like that, I'm gonna have to take like a nap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I
was up because I'm a nocturnal person and I crashed.
So we set our alarms. I've got so good at it that I ride out the whole day. I don't even do a nap.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I just ride out. Yeah, no. Yeah. But okay, everyone's built different. I don't want to hear about to the sport.
Yeah, we're not used to fights over here, that time in the morning. Yeah.
You guys are spoiled. Welcome to our world. Welcome to it. You do that regular. Yeah. Anyway, mic drop.
Eric Gomez, Bomb Squad, Paul Evans,
in the building.
Karma, the Queen, Karma.
Bomb Squad. The building. It's only worth to get up when there's a packed card. Like, we watched the card. The card was, I didn't even watch the Triple G card because, like I said, by the time I opened my eyes, it was midday and I think it was just one fight just before him. I can't remember. And then it was him. And I just realized the Japanese are so fucking polite. That shit was polite. Like, there was no...
The Japanese...
In the UK, if you try to sing someone else's national anthem, they're so disrespectful. Everyone's like, boo. It's like Japan, clean, effective, and polite.
Chan literally, it was so polite. Like, remember when Triple G knocked out his mouthpiece? It was like, oh, Triple G would have been like, oh, sorry, let me get that for you. Here you go.
Yeah, that's how polite it was. It was mad polite. Yeah, it was very polite. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they're very reserved. Yeah, but they
people.
But they know about technical boxing. You could tell just the way they look. It's just the culture is different. Yeah,
it's just the culture. Us, the westernized lot, me and you lot, we ain't got no manners. So we know the technical, but we ain't got no manners. Let's have it right. The Brits and the Americans. At a fight, we ain't got no manners. There's tables being thrown,
drunk and stuff.
Ice cubes. Someone threw ice cubes at one of the cards.
Lubin's family. Lubin's family got mad. His people got mad because the fight got stopped.
Let's chop it up. So we're gonna start with what was the first. So let's start with Triple G. Like I said in the question, what I've said here, this Triple G doesn't beat Canelo.
No.
Talk about it. Who wants to start? Mal?
No, I start. No, I don't think so. From what I saw, he was slower. It did take him some time in order to get into the rhythm. Probably after the fifth on up, he started picking it up. I did notice that he was very, very disturbed by those body shots. Same thing I saw with Darianchenko, and I felt like Darianchenko beat Triple G, but I felt like I feel like Darianchenko got robbed in that fight. But I just feel like that this Triple G here, 40 years old, Canelo is better than he was 4 years ago.
Of course.
Right now, and he's going to the body. He's going to the body, and you're not going to knock him out. You're not going to knock him out. So.
He's going to get stopped. Triple G's going to get stopped straight up. Them body shots that Canelo throws, woo, you're out. Yeah. You're out.
Yeah, I'm starting to get rushed a little bit by some Triple G fanboys, some Ryan Garcia fanboys. So I'm like, You
get rid of one fanboy base and two pop up. They're like warts.
Yeah. And they won't go away. They won't go away. They just keep creating different accounts, and no matter how much you disrespect them, they keep coming back. So
yeah, the herpes of the YTBC.
They like roaches.
She said the herpes of the YTBC.
The herpes of the YTBC. You can't get rid of them. You carry them around like luggage. That's what it is. Anyway, so this version of Triple G, Kenny Ken in the building. Did you watch the Triple G fight? Because I know you was doing your football as well. What did you think about it?
I watched the fight. No, I watched the fight. Look, I do think that that at 40 years old, when he was going through a burst, and even in the ninth round, he looked like out of breath. And then it took for Murata to cut, to, like I said, get his punches off, and then he made a mistake. Triple G catches him, and then the towel comes in. But Canelo's at a different level. He's improved a lot since their two epic fights. So I think boxing fans should be spared that trilogy. It's unfortunate that when Triple G was within his prime, that he got robbed.
Yeah.
In my opinion, a couple of times, but you can't. You just have to accept that there were two losses. Two judges robbed him, and he needs to move on with his life. Don't go anywhere near Canelo. It's going to be embarrassing. In fact,
it's going to be his last payday, and he'll be out. I reckon he'll retire right after that. Right?
Yeah, but if he cares about his legacy, then I wouldn't go anywhere near Canelo, because it'll be a wipeout. It'll be a battering.
That's what he's going to. Boxers love, most of them always retire on a loss. Not all, as we know, but a lot of them they retire too late. They retire, not retire.
Well, yeah, the reason I retire late is because they give in to the public. They give in to the public and promoters who keep on wanting to see the same thing all the time. I mean, we had Tyson Fury, versus Deontay Wilder 3, because a lot of people, Deontay Wilder fans, just couldn't understand how Tyson Fury could beat him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So, 3 times. This Canelo thing, you're just going to get beat up, cool, and then you're going to retire on your loss. And then that will be it for you. Because Murata nearly pulled off the upset. I could see why people was like, nah, Murata's got this. But Murata just didn't have the engine to continue the game plan. He abandoned body shots. He stopped throwing them. Where he had success, then he stopped doing it.
Yeah, but we have to be honest. From about like round 5 onwards, it was Canelo. It was Triple G's fight, and it was only like when he was getting battered in the ninth round, taken apart, that when Canelo just had a breather, that's when Murata got desperate and he started throwing his hands. But from round 5 onwards, it was target practice for my guy Triple G. In fact, you know what I mean.
Shan, you know what? Shan, it's something I wanted to say. Sometimes when you have extreme fanboys like that, you have to give them what they're looking for. Like, you got to put them out of their misery. You see what I'm saying? So when you so to the extreme, to the point to where, oh man, the gloves was loaded. My baby mama didn't twerk that night. It was so the water bottle was spiked and this and that. And if they have the third fight, this was going to happen. So sometimes you have to give them what they want in order to let them live through the misery and suffering of that, the torture. This is what you ask for. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I'm kind of getting that way with the Triple G fanboys now. No, you know what? I don't want to see this fight, but you know what? No, I do want to see this fight because I want you to suffer. I want your eyeballs to bleed from this is what you asked for, right?
Put you out of your misery. Put you out. I'm just looking at my monitor over there, my TV, if you wonder why. I look to the right just to see if I can see other bits because I blow this up. Yeah, I get you. I'm rocking with that version, Mal, because we want to just put this to bed. After this, your fanboyism will be slept now because he'll get slept and then he'll retire. This is my scorecard was up until the stoppage. It was 87-83 Golovkin. So I gave Golovkin the first round and he didn't win the second. I gave Golovkin the first 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and obviously the 9th. But Murata, so basically I gave him round 2, 3, and 4. He was doing so well. And then as soon as that, soon as his mouthpiece flown out. Was it his mouthpiece?
That's in round 6, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, that's why Triple G just started to win. It's like that really offset Murata for some reason, and he never got back into the rhythm. He abandoned the body shots. Triple G adjusted well, but you know, you could see he's tired, man. Triple G looked knackered. He looked
He's 40.
knackered. I don't know how he's going to 168. Yeah, I don't know how you're going 168 because he's naturally a lot. He is naturally a middleweight. So when he's going to put on that extra 8 pounds, right? I know he's coming down and he'll come down less, but I feel that he stays pretty much close to his fight weight. That is going to be a problem. That is going to slow him down even more because he's flat-footed, more or less, and he's going to be tired. And Canelo's flat-footed anyway, but, you know, he's not tired. That's just the difference. And Canelo's only 31. So you're fighting a guy. Will Canelo get the props of, oh, you beat an old Triple G? Because, you know, when it's our fighters like Anthony Joshua, oh, he only fights old people. You know, but when it's your fighter, that gets the win. It's okay.
I mean, let's say Jamal Charlo was going to fight him and he won. I didn't give him all the credit in the world.
They would have.
Yeah.
And now I bet you they all want to fight Triple G. If Triple G stays on board, everyone's going to want to fight him now that he's aged out. Everyone. You'll see Charlo calling him out. I want to unify.
You know what? Despite the fact of how Triple G looked, I still pick him to beat Charlo. Not only beat him, knock him out.
I would pick Triple G. You know what? I'll reserve that because off the fly, you're still thinking of old Triple G of old. Maybe he would beat Charlo, but Charlo could outbox him, and because Charlo is more light on his feet, and he does have power that you do got to respect. So at this age, Triple G might get outworked. I don't think he'd be knocked out. Well, Murata nearly stopped him at one point. I was like, there's going to be a stoppage.
I think early, yeah. And when like the early rounds, right? When he was coming on. Yeah. 2, 3,
4, he was going at him. I was like, oh no, Triple G's getting battered. And then all of a sudden, Murata just looked like he'd gone through. Did you see? Once Triple G started landing his jab, then spiteful shots, man.
He landed a lot of hooks, like left hooks around the guard and right
hook around the guard. Murata tried to take the guard. He even split the guard with his jab, split straight down the pipe. He did. Murata just had no answers for those questions. None, nada, zilch, zero, nothing. I felt sorry for Murata in the end. I did. But he should have been able. He was out the ring, guys. He's
2 years.
Out the ring
two and a half years. Two and a half years.
And he ain't a spring chicken because he's like 36.
36 now, yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing? What?
Yeah, last time he fought was in late 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you didn't have the engine. That's why you didn't have the engine, mate. Yeah, well,
first time he got stopped too. So
yeah, first time he's been stopped, and at least can we give Triple G credit, guys, for at least he unified the division, and there's youngsters that are there that didn't bother.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
He got 40.
And I mentioned this before. I said, listen, Triple G unified the division twice.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, correct.
I ain't gonna say no names because I don't want they fanboys getting upset. But he's from Houston, Texas. Start with a J. He's been there for 5 years and hasn't fought any champions. Hasn't had any unification bouts or anything. Zero.
I mean, like honestly, coach, like it should be. It's funny you touched on that because like it's worthy noting. The only champion Triple G fought when he was coming up was David Lemieux. That's the only champion. Like I think
that was a good Lemieux them days.
Oh yeah, that was a prime Lemieux.
That was a good Lemieux them days.
I mean, that's only because every other belt he had eventually upgraded because nobody would fight him.
That's why it never made sense to me why the Charlo and Andrade didn't fight because you had the other two unifying. So why not the other two unify? And then it would, I bet whoever the winners would be, they would fight for undisputed. It just didn't make sense to me. especially in a historical division like 160.
Yeah.
160, a division that Bernard Hopkins,
Hagler.
Monzon. I just didn't understand it.
Yeah, because these lot are different. They're not cut from them.
Monzon, he was from Argentina, right?
Yep.
Oh, Carlos Monzon.
Yeah, Carlos Monzon. Yeah, he was Argentina.
Historical division. Emil Griffin. You know what I mean? Historical division.
And they're all lanes in it. They've just got lanes in it. It's just lanes. It's just sad. It's just like, I don't know. And now he has to move up, and then everybody's going to call him out from 160. But now that he's moved up to 68, the 160 lot are now going to call him. It's just dumb. Jaime Munguia are the same thing. Andrade leaves, then you're like, oh, I'm going to go for that belt. Or maybe they're all full of shit. That's what they are, full of shit, basically. But that was a good win. But he doesn't beat Canelo, in my opinion. He's going to get stopped. Anybody else wants to chime in on that?
Yeah, I'll give my take.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
Okay, let me unpack a bit. Based on what I saw, we got two versions of Triple G in that fight. Old version from like the first 4 rounds, and then like 5 on. It's kind of like he turned back the clock and he looked up he looked like the Triple G of old. But based on what I saw, I don't think he'll beat Canelo. I'm questioning if he'll get stopped because it's funny. I was talking to my dad about this, and he saw the highlights. My dad's a big boxing, but me with more.
Yeah, I know.
I am, and he was saying like, I can still. I mean, usually you rise to the level of your opposition, so he might have struggled with this guy, and it's good that he did because when he goes in there with Canelo, he'll be on his P's and Q's. You know what I mean? He probably won't be so active to get hit into the body. I'm just saying he'll just really rise to the occasion. I think he might have one more good fight left in him before he hangs up the gloves. Maybe just one more. We both still picked him not to beat Canelo though. So I mean, honestly, like I could do without the third fight, but there's still that level of intrigue in my mind as a fan.
We're gonna watch it regardless.
I'm still gonna see it because I just want to see how it all plays out because that intrigue is like, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean?
I hope they have it in Japan, just so you lot have to be up at 5.
Honestly, I can still see the fight being competitive in certain spots.
Yeah, it's going to be competitive. It will definitely.
But Canelo's going to work that midsection boy, and Triple. He needs to be ready for that, man. I mean, honestly, maybe he might be better at 168. Who knows? Because he's never fought there, but I read about his sparring, and like one guy, I forget his name, but he was a regular sparring partner who's like a heavyweight. Golovkin routinely sparred heavyweights and dropped them. Then he even said this guy who sparred both him and Povetkin and Triple G had harder than Povetkin. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, he was a beast. Man, there's a beast. He's 40. You get me?
It's having great. He can still punch. He's still got stones in them hands.
He's still got power, but he's just a bit slower. He's just a bit slower. And he was taking a lot of shots that I couldn't believe that he was taking. But fair play, he made the adjustment. But you're not going to be able to fight Canelo like that. Canelo's not going to give you time to like adjust. Canelo clocks you round 2, he adjusts, and that's
plus
it.
He was coming off a long way off himself as well. Like he didn't fight in like 14 months.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll have to see how that. So is everybody ERF in the build? Dizim. What up, though? What's your take on Canelo, Triple G? Triple G and Murata.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
My headphones have been playing up. That's how I've been in and out.
Oh, it's all right. It's all good.
Yeah, I watched that. I was just watching an old man in Triple G. I just thought all I could think while I was watching it was thinking, Canelo's going to stop this guy. Canelo's actually going to stop him if this fight happens. Fair enough, but the problem with Murata, he fought well and he was hurting Triple G to the body, but Murata was staying in there to get hit as well, and he was taking too many. He was taking too many shots himself as he was dishing out those body shots to Golovkin, and that was the problem. That the shots just caught up to him late on in the fight, because he was sort of, he had a high guard, and Triple G was throwing those awkward hooks from a high angle, those left hooks coming down. Yeah, and he was catching Murata with those shots, and eventually, I think, like you said earlier, when he caught him and his mouthpiece flew out, You could see Murata was visibly hurt then, and I think it was just the accumulation after a while just got to him. And when Triple G caught him with that one shot, which was a great shot to be fair, but Murata just walked straight into it, and he was done. But for me, I think Triple G looked old. I wasn't impressed at all. Even the adjustment he made, it just didn't impress me. All I could think was he fights Canelo, and I think Canelo stops him between 6 and 7 rounds to the body, because Canelo's a better body puncher than Murata is.
Yeah.
His head movement. Murata had no head movement. Murata's guard was just hands up, side to side.
Yeah.
And Golovkin could catch him. Canelo's head movement's a lot better. He's not going to take one to give one. Canelo will constantly go to the body and constantly be moving. And also, Murata was stood in front of Triple G the whole time, which didn't really, as the body shots was hurting him and it was taking him out of it, but he wasn't making Triple G use his legs enough.
Yeah, that's right.
And I believe Canelo will make Triple G use his legs, use those old legs, get him moving.
Yeah.
And I think he takes him out with 6 or 7 rounds. I think Canelo takes him out.
Yeah. See, well, that's a unanimous decision. Canelo stops Triple G. I think it's all safe to say here. Salute to Arthur Hawkins from Maryland. So now moving on to let's talk about Ryan Garcia. You gotta go. He went nowhere. He stayed. He bought his luggage and set up a tent in the ring and stayed. Ryan Garcia was the intruder and didn't get out the fucking trespasser. He was camping in that ring, and Ryan Garcia couldn't get him out. Who is Ryan Garcia without a knockout? Nobody.
Wait, Chan. Like I'm gonna actually be an anomaly in this one. I'm actually
different takes, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Who's got that ERF? If that's you with the feedback, can you mute your mic while talking? Yeah, because I hear him. Go ahead, A.
Okay, so
I'm still hearing it.
Absolutely dreadful fight to watch. But it's just I think that I'm going to cut Ryan some slack. He was trying to force the action. He was trying to do what he had to do, but he was just in there with a guy who just came to survive. He was kind of crafty, just moved, and so I'm just gonna. I mean, right? He did what he had to do. He got the win. He won on points with 12 rounds for the first time. So I'm gonna cut him. So even though I want to give him a hard time, it's kind of hard to, because he was in there with a guy who didn't do anything, who just didn't want to do anything. He just came to survive.
Yeah, but you know why I'm giving him a hard time, and I can give him both. I can give him all times, right? You were out the ring for 15 months when everybody else was taking their tough fights that you ducked, because you couldn't cope. You was the first person on Twitter laughing and jeering and saying some fucked up shit to Devin Haney, to Tank, to this. You got so much mouth, and then when it came in for you to do what you had to do, I thought it was going to be round 4 to 6 to go was going to be out, because I saw bits of what to go was about. No defense, no nothing, wild. But I knew that he was slippery. I knew that he was elusive, and I knew that he was quick. But Ryan Garcia, I liked the fight, but I can see why people thought it was boring. But he was just doing the same shit over and over and over. He looked really good at the weight, but I feel that Ryan Garcia, naturally, he should be at welter. You can clearly see there's no business for him to have been at 135. That's why they had to catch weight it to 139. And after he rehydrated, he looked like a fucking super middleweight in that ring.
Oh, he's fucking huge.
About 168 in there. I was like, wow. Yeah, so I give him props for, he needed the rounds. But now I know where to place you. All of the others beat you. This version, all of the others beat you. Devin beats you, Tank beats you, Teofimo beats you. If you be at 140, they all beat you. You're at the bottom now, because this guy wasn't really no one. Yes, an ex-champ, but you went 12 rounds with him. You went 12 rounds. And
To Go was an ex-champ?
Yeah, To Go has been a champ.
Where?
IBO. Yeah, the IBO.
Yeah, well,
No, I'm not giving Ryan no slack whatsoever.
Well, I thought Ryan Garcia fought way better against Luke Campbell. There were still flaws there than he did with To Go. Like what I saw with Ryan Garcia, he abandoned really being a counter puncher and he became a pressure fighter. Like all he was doing was pressuring, moving forward. There was no the counter punch. Ryan was gone. The jab was obsolete. You could count it on one hand how many times he threw a jab. It was just strange. Like it just wasn't his style of fighting. A part of me was like, yeah, I can see some confidence, but then you can also see it as maybe he's caught between two styles because he's changed, trainers. At the end of the day, I think how he beat Luke Campbell was stellar compared to this Ryan Garcia. Go ahead, ERF.
Yeah, the Luke Campbell finish was good. I don't even think he was that good in the Luke Campbell fight. I think the body shot
was fine.
Well, yeah, but it's easy. That was very easy. But the body shot by Luke Campbell was a good shot. I think apart from that, I don't really think he did. He was upright. He was getting caught, and even in this fight, he didn't change his game plan. To go's running. Why not? You're the quicker guy. You've got the better shot selection. Why not change it up and let To Go come towards you? Take a step back. Make him come towards you, and then you can counterpunch him. All night, you did the same thing over and over and over. And
he turned into a pressure
it wasn't even. He didn't even look. He just walked forward. He didn't cut the ring off. He didn't cut the ring off at all. He walked forward through the same shots over and over. The left hook constantly.
And then started to get caught.
The left hook was never landing because To Go was ducking under that left hook constantly. And instead of feinting with the left hook and making To go down and then throwing either a jab or a straight right down to Go, he didn't do anything at all. He didn't change in 12 rounds. And after the fight, he was like, "Oh, I don't want to call anybody out." You don't want to call anyone out because this fight was trash and you looked awful. If he had knocked To Go out in the second round, you would have guaranteed he'd have been calling out Tank and everyone else.
And their mother, yeah.
He gets no.
Knock him out in 2 rounds. That's what he said.
He gets no slack because at the level what Ryan's supposed to be at, he should be stopping To Go. To Go wasn't there to fight. He had no business being in the ring, and I could guarantee if it was Devin Haney who went 12 rounds with To Go, Ryan Garcia would have been on Twitter.
At the end of it,
first 2 seconds. Didn't he say he'd have stopped Jojo when Haney went 12 rounds?
Haney went 12 rounds, yeah.
Jojo beats Ryan Garcia anyway. Ryan Garcia won't go anywhere near Jojo.
They all do. In my opinion, they all do for now. I don't care. They all do. And like what Malachi was saying, like every time he had to go like on the ropes, To Go knew how to slip, pivot, and move to the right. But if you can see that pattern, you know he's going to move to the right, so you counter it with a left hook. Counter it as he's moving to the right. Walk him onto that left hook.
But the thing is, he was throwing the left hook, but he threw the left hook the same way constantly. It was a reactive left hook. It wasn't a left hook. He didn't throw it to put To Go in any way. He threw it on reaction constantly. Anytime To Go moved or threw a jab, he'd throw the left hook. It was like a trigger. He'd throw it and constantly To Go just kept ducking it. He looked like he was in control of the fight.
Yeah,
he looked like he was in control of the fight, but he really
half of the fight he was, even though he was getting still.
He really didn't do anything what he wanted to do because he was just doing what To Go was allowing him to do, in my opinion. Because To Go would move to the right, Ryan would follow him. He'd move to the left, Ryan would follow him. And instead of putting To Go on the ropes, To Go actually went on the ropes himself. Ryan didn't really put him there. To Go just didn't really want to come away from the ropes.
Yeah. He didn't want to, and Ryan made no adjustments for it. Like there was
zero. And I don't even blame the trainer because even Joe Goosen was saying like we knew this was going to happen. We're going to change it up. And I'm sure in the commentary, they went to him and he was saying, yeah, Tago's going to come. We're going to wait for Tago to come out to us and he's going to be a bit more brave. And that's when we're going to change it up. And that never happened.
That never happened. Tago knew what it was. He had to go. He had to go. He went. Now?
Yeah, my breakdown of it is pretty much similar.
You had a sick breakdown. Tell everyone your breakdown because you had a sick breakdown, which I agreed all with. Go ahead.
Yeah, my issue is that Ryan Garcia has a 70-inch arm reach, and he did not use his jab the way he should have been using it. He was cutting the ring off with Tago. The problem was, as the brother said, he was being very repetitive with his offensive arsenal. He kept throwing the check left hook, wasn't there. Once Tago saw in the first round how fast Ryan Garcia was with his speed when he threw that left hook, and he saw how fast he was, Tago knew right then it's time. It's time to run. You see what I'm saying?
Time to go.
So when you seen that, I'm like, dude, why you not working the jab? Why you not feinting the jab to the body? Why you not throwing the jab to the body? If you know he's moving to your left or if he's moving to your right, why are you not being creative and setting your shots up? You're loading up on your punches. The guy knows you're trying to throw the left hook, and if you miss with the left hook, you're coming with the right cross. You was doing the left hook, right cross. You threw a jab every now and then. You see what I'm saying? But you 5'10", 70-inch arm reach. Why are you not working your jab? I have no idea. Why you did not work to get on the inside to give this guy something else to think about? Because especially if he's on the ropes and if he's moving and if you're trying to anticipate him moving to the right, shoot the left jab at him. Keep jabbing him. And then you can bait him into trying to get out of the way to move to your right side, which would be his left side. Then you can catch him with the right hook to the body. You know what I mean? Or right hook to the head. But he was so repetitive in his offensive output, not throwing the jab, not using feints the way he's supposed to. When he cut the ring off, he literally did not know what to do. That's why he kept doing the same thing over and over and over. Then he felt like, oh, man, this guy ain't got no business being in the ring with me. I'm going to just try to knock him out. Okay, the only problem with that is everyone in the arena understands that you're trying to knock him out, including Tago. So Tago said, I'm not going to let you knock me out. You're going to have to do something different. He didn't do anything different because he didn't know what to do. And that's what happened. And then Shan, if you look later on in the fight, Ryan starts throwing arm punches. He's known for doing that. He'll wind up the left hook. He'll throw it wide, and he got his chin wide open. And he threw it's one punch. He threw a right hook at Tago. He's wide open. And I say, dude, he was close to him. I say, dude, when you're fighting someone that's a better fighter, when you wind up and throw that, trying to throw speed, he depended on his speed and power. He depended on his speed and quickness. That was the problem. Instead of depending on technique, he depended on speed and quickness. And dude, as the round started going on, as the fight started going on, and you winded up and started throwing those wide left hooks and those wide right hooks, guess what happened when you throw that right hook? Check left hook gonna come back, hit you on the chin. That's how you got dropped against That's how we got dropped against
Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell, the same thing. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. He didn't learn anything.
Yeah, because he depends on his speed and quickness. But if you're fighting a shorter fighter like that, that's experience, and you throw that wide punch like that because you're throwing it so fast and so quick. If he times your ass, he gonna catch on the chin and drop you.
Ryan also throws it as if like he's froze that left hook, but also trying to get out of the way at the same time, so his chin gets stuck up in the air as he's trying to come out when he throws the left hook. Every time he throws it, his chin goes up in the air. Every single time he throws that left hook, his chin goes up in the air because there's so much speed on it. He's just relying on his speed getting there, and he's not worrying about what's coming back.
Yeah.
Tago hit him with the same shot what Luke Campbell hit him with, but Tago just didn't have anything. He was so defensive minded that there was nothing on his offense. But Ryan's power also his power, I've got a question about it now because he hurt Tago in the 10th round when he did the skanky leg. And he hit him a few more times after that, and Tago still recovered pretty quickly.
Yeah, but that's Tago. Tago, he's a tough Ghanaian dude. He's built different. built different.
Yeah, I get that, but I've still got to question the power though.
The Comes and the Targos, they're built different. You can't just knock them man out. You have to set up, like what Mal said, to be able to get him out. You've got to set up them shots. You can't just think that you're just going to be able to do a 1-2 and knock him out. It's not that. He's never lost.
That.
Pro debut, never lost.
No, I get that, Chan. But I know the Ghanaians thinking, but the power. Teofimo has power. Richard Comey, Teofimo landed on him flush. He was gone. Like Ryan landed in the second round. Ryan landed flush. He landed flush on Targo. Yeah, so I've still got to question it. I've just got a lot of questions with Ryan, really, because I think he realizes that, I'm not calling anybody out because you ain't gonna beat any of these guys. You're not anywhere close to those guys. I think he knew that. Listen, this is a guy that's had three opportunities to fight for the world title and turned them down.
Yeah, turn them down. You're not ready.
He's turned them down. So
take your bitch ass out of this fucking gym and go and cry in your pillow at home.
Canelo was clearly right about him.
Piling down the blood clot place. You entered the gym and started crying. Get out.
The guys, it's kind of strange. You guys know what the fight reminded me of? It reminded me of Berlanga Rolls.
You know what? No, but at least Steve Rose actually would gain something back. Steve Rose was actually decent in that fight. Steve Rose gave Berlanga some problems offensively.
Berlanga's overhyped. And this is what we're seeing, that Garcia, mate, is overhyped. He got made mortal. He's mortal now.
I know what Jay, I know what you're saying with Steve Rose, but Steve Rose didn't come to roll over and just defend. Steve Rose actually was landing shots and giving Berlanga a lot of problems offensively.
No, like what I mean is just like how both Ryan and Berlanga kind of fought.
I couldn't change it up. Yeah.
Like they just made no adjustments. They just pretty much did the same thing. I mean, I just wish they're like, I'm just curious because like I just say like, why I'm not going too hard on Ryan because like, I just wonder if they put him in there with a guy who was actually going to probably box or just trade or whatever. How he would have looked if it was the guy who, so I don't know.
Well, it was a backward step. It was a backward step for me.
Out of Teofimo, Loma, and Haney and Kambosos, they've all fought at a higher level now than Ryan. Ryan is this guy to go. Should have went. So you can't laugh at everybody else anymore, Ryan. Them not have fought like some serious competitors now. In comparison,
Chan
Luke Campbell was a good opponent. So
and then to go was a step back.
That type of trajectory, you've gone down.
Yeah, to go was a step back, a massive step back.
You know what, Chan? There's something else I forgot to say too, and I agree with what the brother said. When Tank Davis went 12 rounds with Isaac Cruz, Ryan Garcia was one of the first guys who laughed at Tank.
Yep.
And said, I would have knocked that guy. Now you go 12 rounds with Tago. Now it's and it's like, if you guys did
he was humbled. Tago humbled him. Yeah, Tago actually humbled him.
Like, man, you went 12 rounds with a can, and and I'm
they said Tago was 2 inches shorter than him. Tago looked like a featherweight in there fighting a welterweight. Yeah. The size difference was ridiculous. It literally looked like
fight where there's a size difference that was ridiculous.
It looks like a featherweight.
I want to get AJ, Kenny, and Lisa's take. Go ahead.
I mean, just you guys realize that like To-Go used to fight at featherweight.
Yeah, I know. So he
was that small at one point. Yeah,
very small. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and also I just want to add like out of T.O., Devin, Lomachenko, and Ryan. Ryan's the only one that hasn't fought any current or former world champions or beat any.
Yeah. There you go. Kenny Ken.
No, I watched the fight. He put him down the second round, but you know, at first when you saw it, you thought it was only a flash knockdown, but he actually caught him in the nose.
No,
and
he
after
caught
that,
him with a nice one. Yeah,
he tried with the nose. But after that, he kept on trying. He was trying to impress his rivals by saying, "Look what I've done! I'm taking him out of there." Then, as these guys were saying, everything just got ragged, swinging, you know, getting the guy into positions, but not being able to take him out. And then when sometimes, right, even though you're a hard hitter, sometimes that when you're not timing your punches, that's when you know, you lose a lot of power in those punches, and especially when, you know, you're swinging, you expend a lot of energy. So it wasn't surprised that, you know, Targo lasted, you know, the full 12 rounds. As a lot of people said, he didn't come here to get knocked out. He didn't come here to, you know, he came to survive, and he came, you know, to, you know, give a good account of himself, and that's what he was. He knew he wasn't going to win, but he didn't come.
But he didn't want to lose being knocked out. No, his next ring walk tune should be Destiny's Child Survivor. Now that you're having my life, I'm so much better. You could knock me out, but you didn't.
Yeah, to go was dancing. He was dancing up a storm, like in his ring walk when he was coming out.
The ring walk was swaggy. I love this ring walk. He was like, yeah.
It was like somebody. He was so confident in his ring walk. I was like, you know what? He's up for this. He's up for this. And as soon as he stepped in the ring, he was like, nah, I'm gonna just keep dancing. I don't want to fight.
Yeah,
I'll keep dancing.
I'm in a rig and go today.
Like one of the undercard bouts, there was a guy who tried to do his best Chris Eubank Sr. impression. And
he fell going over the ropes.
Hey, he saved it though. You know what? I like how he carried on.
Yeah. That was funny.
Mal pulled it straight away. Mal was like, "Go on, Mal, say it," because I was dying.
I say, man, he was doing all this shit. He like, okay. I say he was bouncing and dancing and waving at everybody. I said, man, he doing too damn much. He burning all this damn energy.
Into the ring.
And then when he jumped over the rope,
jumped over the top rope, into the ring.
Damn near broke his neck and tried to play it off. Everybody laughing at him. I said, man, this man finna get his ass whooped.
Man, he did a roly-poly. He did a roly-poly.
I was like, oh, he's Dominican. Oh, I have to root for him now.
I said, well, he's Dominican. I said, well, I'm gonna ride with him. And then the other guy went to putting them paws on him. I said, man, I knew him, man. I knew he was gonna get his ass. He was doing too much. He was doing too much.
He was doing the most. If doing the most was a person, it's that geezer. I don't even remember his name. That's how bad it is.
Nah, I just remember the tumble. The tumble. He got up like nothing had happened as well.
He
roly-poly and stood up like nothing, like he was meant to do it.
I don't know what was funnier, the fall itself, and him trying to play it off like nothing happened.
Nah, him playing it off was funny as hell.
And he got battered. He got battered.
Rounds.
Hey, Shan, I want to share you something with you. You see this right here?
Let me. Shall I take off the banner 1 sec so we can see it properly?
Y'all see this right here?
Yeah.
If he's fighting someone, that's a. See,
his chin. Look at his chin.
Check left hook. Check left hook. Now, what you can't see is Targo's eyes is wide open.
Watching.
He's looking through the guard.
Yeah, to see that.
He's anticipating the punch.
Right.
So he goes in the high guard. Ryan is going to swing. He ducks. He's going to duck up under it and get out of the way, and he's going to move to his left, which is Ryan Garcia's right. Instead of jabbing to the body to the solar place with the left arm, jabbing to the body, coming up the middle with the uppercut, he's loading up on the shots. And as the fight went on, this is what he was doing. This is why you could knock this guy out, because he was anticipating the punches coming. So and then you wasn't setting anything up. It was, I gotta try to put on for the gram. And listen, check left hook. He in trouble, man. If he fights a shorter fighter that has some skills like this guy, he didn't, maybe
whoever
the fighter is in the pocket, he done. He's done.
But this is why Luke Campbell put him down, because the southpaw, as he did that with Luke, he just threw the left hand because that's his strongest punch. He just threw it and landed it. Ryan does this constantly. Nothing changed. In this fight, I didn't see any improvements whatsoever. Obviously, he was fighting someone who was coming forward, but
I saw regression.
Yeah, when he's throwing his punches, he has no defensive. He's not responsible defensively at all when he's throwing his punches. Look how wide he is there.
Not only that, look how wide he is, but look at the left hand as well. The left hand is not even on the chin. That's
on his chin, yeah.
And look how square up he is.
Yeah. Chin there, right there to be fucked up with. Yeah, he's lucky that was to go. He's lucky.
He didn't throw any feints. When to goes like that, you throw a feint, make him. You already know what to go's going to do.
Right.
To go did the same thing constantly. Why not throw feints? Feint the left hand, feint the right hand, and make him duck into a shot, duck into an uppercut. But he didn't do anything whatsoever. This is a guy. To go is a guy that he should be taken out, but he was so adamant to take him out in a fashion where he could
Instagram fashion.
So after he can say, yeah, I could knock any of these guys out, blah blah blah. That's what he wanted to do.
He don't even beat Richard Comey. Sorry, no, you don't.
Nope.
You don't even beat him. You don't even beat him.
This is why he pulled out of the JoJo fight for a reason. He pulled out of the Fortuna fight for a reason.
JoJo was commentating. JoJo was like at the end, I don't want to say anything too bad, but these wasn't the reasons why he pulled out of these fights wasn't because of. I don't want to sound harsh and say mental health issues or hand problems. These were because he realized he couldn't beat those guys yet. You don't go from a Luke Campbell to signing to fight Fortuna, not being able to fight him, sign to fight JoJo, not being able to fight, and then come back to a Targo. Why not come? I give Errol Spence credit. Errol Spence went through what he went through, and he still fought a Danny Garcia. You come back and you fight someone nobody really knows. Yeah.
He's literally picked for you to a showcase fight so you can knock him out, and you don't do that. You look even worse than what you did in your step-up fight.
Yeah. You stepped down. That's what you did. You stepped down. You took several seats, and there you must stay until we tell you that you can get up.
Hey, Shan, I got to get ready to go, but I want to say this. I had someone tell me and say, "Hey, man, well, you got to understand he hasn't fought, I don't know, a year, about 15 months, something like that." I'm like, okay, that's fine, but what does that have to do with his technique? Mm-hmm. What does that have to do with being able to set up his shots? Like that has nothing to do with your technique. I don't care if he's been out for 15 months. There's no way a 23-year-old kid who's been training with Ada Reynoso, Canelo's camp, and all that stuff there. There's no way you should be like this, loading up to throw a shot like that. What does that have to do with? What does that have to do? Chin out like this, like please. If you were someone that was faster and was strong on the inside, please hit me with the check left hook. Please, I'm wide open. Please, like that has nothing to do with 15 months being out.
Ryan has no inside game either. Yeah. He cannot box on the inside at all.
But he didn't box on the outside either.
No, but a fighter like that, then why not put your hands up and just put your hands up and try and break his body down on the inside? What? He's not tried anything. I didn't see.
I was intrigued with the fight that I watched it more than I had the Lubin one on my phone. The reason why I was so intrigued, I thought it was more fun than the Lubin one, which now that I've watched it, no, it wasn't. It was just because I was like, nah, he's going to knock him out next round. Next round came, nah, he's going to knock him out there.
Yeah.
That's why I kept watching.
I was the same. I was the same.
This cannot be going to the fucking distance. Really?
That's literally how I was watching it, Chan. I was watching it thinking, nah, he'll get him next round. Yeah. Nah, he's going to get him next round. And then when it got to like the 10th round, I was like, nah, Tiger cannot go. He's going to go 12. He's going to go 12 with him.
When it got to round 9, I'm like, this is going the distance. He's not going to get him.
Yeah, that's what we realized. But Mal, tell people where they can find. Well, let me know when you want to jump off.
Yeah, I'm finna go. I was just checking the chat. Yeah, I'm finna bounce.
Yeah, I know, because I let you rock with the chat. Salute to the whole chat. Let them know where they can find your ass.
Yeah, you guys can check me out tomorrow, man. 3:00 Eastern Standard Time, 8:00 UK time. New Media Today, USA Boxing. We go live pretty much 6 days a week. We will be going live 7 days because we're covering the fight. I had tickets to go to the fight, I'm still catching hell with my living arrangements because I was trying to get an Airbnb right next to the fight. So things are looking like I'm not going to be able to go, which I'm upset about because I bought these tickets.
Fight party.
But yeah, but I just do a fight party and just go from there. So 3:00 Eastern Standard Time.
We probably do a simulcast. Let's do a two up. Like
yeah. We can definitely do that. We can definitely do that. Yeah? You know what I mean? Right. Yeah. So absolutely.
Wait. For what fight? What fight y'all doing that for?
The Spence.
Spence.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Spence, yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Spence guys.
Yeah, me and Miles.
That sucks, man, Coach.
Yeah. Nah, it was just we was trying to get something worked out. I have a daughter that lives in
Texas.
In Texas. Yeah, she's 20. I forgot how old my daughter is. She's 20. She'll be 29 in September.
Yeah, Mal was a young dad. Had no business.
She'll
be 29 and
his daughter probably looks like a
September. Yeah.
Oh, she's a Virgo like me.
Yeah. She's a Virgo.
Yeah. Poor you.
Spicy. Here. We
Yeah,
she
like me.
She talk a lot of trash, boy.
Ya tú sabes. Yo también. That's what we do. But Mal, I will catch you on your show tomorrow, and I will catch you later anyway. Thank you so much for coming, Mal.
All right, thank you so much, man. Salute to everybody. Let's give everybody a round of applause.
Salute, Coach.
Yeah, I'll be watching.
All right, salute,
Mal. That was.
I got a question right quick for ERF. ERF, you there, man?
Yeah. Go.
You got a question, my man, my brother? Oh no. So you got a channel or a YouTube channel?
Nah. I just jump on people's lives. I haven't got time. I've been wanting to make one for a time. I'm just lazy, to be honest with you. I hear you on Ring. I hear you. I watch Rings lives all the time. So I hear you on Ring.
Rafi's, you come on.
Yeah, Rafi's as well. Yeah.
Rafi Combat Radio. Raphael.
I mean, I enjoy your takes, my man. You're really knowledgeable, man. That's why I asked. So.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
He comes through like the wood. Lisa, we haven't heard from you, sister. Tell us what you think. Did you see the Ryan Garcia fight in the end, sis?
Yeah.
What do you think? What was your take?
I think he was just trying to get the knockout so much instead of just letting it come, naturally. And he was just trying to go for it so hard. And you could see he had some ring rust. I mean, he dominated the rounds, don't get me wrong, but he just was trying so hard for the knockout. Sometimes you just got to set them up right, and sometimes they just don't happen. That guy was very crafty, Tago. He might not have been the best, but he was very crafty.
Very.
Very.
Oh yeah, it was amazing to see.
Yeah, my thing is, if Ryan actually boxed and showed something in that, and Tago lasted the 12 rounds, I wouldn't have an issue with it. It's just how he went about the fight. That was my issue. If he boxed him and outboxed him and did and threw his feints, threw his jab, and Tago could take the shots and he was crafty, and Ryan showed me a few wrinkles, then I wouldn't be so hard on him. It's just the fact that he had this game plan in his head, and he refused to go away from it, even though it wasn't working. Yes, he was winning the rounds, but he was always going to win the rounds against a fighter like that. But you didn't do anything
spectacular
other than walk forward. You just walked forward and you threw the same shots all night.
This just tells me Ryan's got no fight IQ, no ring IQ.
No, zero. No, he cannot. It seems to me when he had Eddie Reynoso in the Luke Campbell fight, when he was getting touched up, at one point, Reynoso went to the corner. He actually listened to Reynoso. Reynoso was like, right, you need to do this, you need to do that. Clear instructions, just little instructions, clear instructions, and he did do that, which is why it impressed me in the Luke Campbell fight that he actually changed it up. And he managed to get the stoppage. In this fight, there was no change up whatsoever. Zero change up.
Should have stayed with the Reynosos. He should have stayed.
Well, that's my thing is Why you? For me, it seemed like you left the Reynoso camp because it was too much hard work.
Yeah,
they expected a certain level of discipline and a certain level of commitment, and you wasn't willing to give it.
You didn't want to do that.
Yeah, you're not a hard worker like that. You're entitled.
He fought like he was training. He fought like he was on the heavy bag. He fought like he was on the speed bag. That's literally how he fought.
On Instagram, you look sick, but in the ring, nothing's happening. Anyway, all right, we've got two more talk. I want to touch this one with Ken because this is a British topic as well, but obviously it's a boxing topic. Ken, the undercard, Fury White undercard, total trash, rubbish, isn't it?
I can't wait for my take.
You know what? It's for me. The undercard. The only reason why the undercard, you have a crap undercard, is for one reason: is financial. Is because you want to make sure. You want to make sure that Tyson Fury and Dillian White get all their, as they say in
Dillian White,
the East End and North London, their piece, get their piece because they've been one's been guaranteed. Was it 32 million? The other's been guaranteed
24 million, 29 million.
Yeah, but I'm talking dollars. I'm talking dollars. In $29 million
for Tyson Fury.
Yeah. So basically,
7.5 for Dillian White, and then they've got their little.
So basically, if you're going to try and making sure these guys getting paid that money, you're not going to have like big names on that card. Do you know what I mean? Who are going to want a big payday? Like I heard what Frank Warren was saying. He said that Anthony Yard, like I said, you didn't want to risk Anthony Yard.
Yeah, but then you're going to keep him inactive until he gets the fight out the Derby Evans.
But I wasn't surprised about that card at all. As soon as I heard about the purses for both fighters, I said to myself, right, they're not going to have like big names on the card. They're going to have a cheap card. Of course, Tommy Fury's going to be on there because I think they're going to want to guarantee that
he fights for free. Anyway.
Yeah, they're going to guarantee that both fighters get what they're promised. That's the only explanation.
But Kenny, don't you think that Tyson Fury, like I said in my report, give up a couple mil or a mil, just even 600 bags, mate?
Tyson Fury.
Undercard. You're getting paid like $29 million. What, you couldn't give up one of those 29 a mil out of that and say, yeah, stack up the undercards.
All right, you've watched a lot of Tyson Fury fights like I have. With the exception of the only time I saw a decent undercard in a Tyson Fury fight was about 8 years ago, and that's when I was at the, when I was in East London to watch the undercard fight we're talking about. It's Chris Eubank Jr. versus Billy Joe Saunders, where that was like an undercard fight because the main event was Fury and Chisora, but that undercard fight might as well have been the main fight because Fury and Chisora was just a shutout. Fury's fighting, fighting Southpaw because he allegedly was ill, and he just outclassed Chisora. Most of the fight fans walked out, but apart from that, I haven't seen a half decent undercard on the Fury fight for one reason only: monetary. Tyson Fury wants to make sure that if you tell Tyson Fury you're giving him 30 million, then he wants to get 30 million.
He wants all of that bit of 30 mil, doesn't he?
Yeah. Exactly.
Big homecoming thing. And that's why his fans should not even fucking be so up his ass. He don't give a shit about. And I had the fanboys coming in my comments. Oh, it's a decent card. Lying to themselves.
It's not. Don't get me wrong. Annie Kakache, I have watched him fight, and I am a bit of a fan. But apart from that, all right, you've got David Adelaide as well. Yeah, he's up and coming.
He fought Savalaskas, and Savalaskas is my favourite journeyman just because of the fact that he comes to actually win, and he beat David Adelaide, and they actually robbed
Lasky.
But get used to it. If for as long as Tyson Fury is going to be fighting, whether it's going to be on this shores of the United States, don't expect half decent undercards. Not a chance.
Oh, Fury Wilder 3 was all right, wasn't it? Did it?
Oh yeah, that was good. That was a good undercard. That was decent.
I'm talking about future, future bouts. But this one, as
Yeah, but Ken,
the minute we talk about the first,
94,000 seats sold, mega fight. The first time in 3 decades that 2 British fighters are going for a fucking title, and you have an undercard. That's why you have to salute to Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn bids and he puts it in a budget, right? So if I bid 24 million pounds, right, I know I'm going to give Dillian his purse, and Dillian will sort out the undercard, because we're going to have to put that in the budget. He's not going to.
See, that's another thing as well. That's another interesting point you made as well, because normally when Dillian Whyte is on is either the main event, he always makes sure that out of his own purse, he makes sure he has Alan the Savage on his card.
You're going into my take now.
Well, that comes out of his pocket.
Yeah, but I mean, it's for the good, but Dillian Whyte walks away with also the upside of PPV. So, it balances out. All right, I'll give you a bit of my purse to have this sick undercard. And then, anyway, I'm going to make 50% off of the PPV.
Warren and Fury are not about that. They're not about that in this fight.
No, they're stingy. They're stingy. This is what
I tell you what.
Go ahead, ERF, and then and then AJ.
They fucked up completely with this fight, because had they have been fair to Dillian Whyte in any way, shape, or form, they could have had a couple of his fighters on there. The problem with Frank Warren is I was never expecting a good undercard, but this is in England. Why not get fighters at British, even if it's for British title?
Fabio Wardley.
Yeah, even if it's for a British title, why not match up some British title fights? Why not match up names that British fight fans actually know? Isaac Lowe, nobody knows who he is apart from being a kid who holds Tyson Fury's jockstrap. That's literally.
David Avenesian again.
No. Why not?
Again.
Yeah, why not put fighters on the undercard? What people actually know, British fight fans know.
This is your call.
This is a your call. This literally, none of these fights on the undercard can headline your call. Not a single fight can headline your call.
They couldn't headline my front room, but so that's the saying.
The problem is Frank Warren was so adamant in not giving Dillian Whyte what he wanted. He didn't think about the bigger picture. Had Dillian Whyte asked for some of the upside on the pay-per-view, why not give him some of the upside on the pay-per-view to say, right, we will give you upside on the pay-per-view if you can get Alan Babbage on our card. Alan Babbage versus David Adelaide.
Let's get a Fabio Wardley. Let's get who's the featherweight that he's got? The featherweight that he's got.
I'm not sure.
Oh, you do know. You know. He's like Asian and black, and he lost the other day. Kamari. Yusuf Kamari.
Oh, yeah.
Yusuf Kamari on there doing a super feather or a featherweight or super feather.
Frank Warren wasn't thinking of the bigger picture. All he was thinking about was not giving Dillian Whyte what he wanted. Instead of saying, right, let's get to the table. You can have an upside, but we need some of your fighters for this undercard to make it interesting. Every single one of Dillian Whyte's fighters is a better undercard than anyone on that undercard. Every single one of his fighters are bigger names than anyone on that undercard. And they absolutely screwed it by they literally tried to screw Dillian Whyte, but screwed themselves at the same time. That stadium. And then
had the cheek to say today, sing fucking happy birthday.
It's
crazy.
Honestly,
I was so shocked to hear that. That was a surprise.
I was like, this is so corny.
I wasn't.
The audacity of it.
I'm not even surprised. Like Kenny said, the undercard, I'm not surprised. It's shocking. I was never expecting a good undercard, but I still expected, even if Anthony Yard was on there against a tomato can, why not? Just a tune-up. Just to get him out there. Why not put him on there? Why not put Daniel Dubois in a tune-up? I know they've got fights pending, but you can put these fighters in fights what they're going to win, but the fight fans know who they are. If you put Anthony Yard on that undercard, Anthony Yard has a fan base. He has a fan base. You get him on there. You get even David Avanesian back out there, because we know David Avanesian ain't got nothing going, because he ain't going to fight Boots.
Anyway. Yeah.
So you put even Lyndon Arthur, who's not signed with you. Why not say Lyndon?
Bring him back and put him
Lyndon.
Up, so that would have sold even better.
Lyndon Arthur versus Callum Johnson would be a great fight on that undercard. Yeah. Callum Johnson lost his fight because of illness. Why not put Lyndon Arthur versus Callum Johnson on that undercard? That would be a great chief support.
Yeah. But weren't they trying to get Anderson on? They were trying to get Darren Anderson.
But he's injured. He's injured.
Yeah, he was injured. Originally,
he pulled out. But he's pulled out.
Yeah, but even for me, it's in England. This fight is a British fight. You put on British fighters with fan bases on there. Franco has Anthony Yard, who's got a fan base.
You could even got some low key, but one who we knew, a couple American fighters. You could even have
you just need right. Like that. Why not put on what? There's not a single fighter on there. What casual fight fans know. No casual fight fans know any of those.
I hardly knew anybody. I knew David Adiyele.
Boxing people have heard of them, but my guy's right.
Sorry. Well, I'm
right. It's supposed to be casual. It's supposed to be for the casual. The casuals are coming out to see Tyson Fury versus Dillian White. They're the casual fans.
Want a full card.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But the boxing fans want the undercard to be people they know and fights that are interesting. You need a fight thing like that. Someone put, Joshua's fight against Klitschko had a terrible undercard, and I'm like, did you look at that? It had Olympians who every single Olympian on that undercard had fan bases. Katie Taylor
was on there. No,
Katie Taylor, massive fan base.
And we still play. Now we realise this is shit.
Yeah, Frotch Groves at Wembley. You had
James DeGale, and
you had James DeGale. You had AJ. You had fighters there. What the British fight fans knew, even if they were young in their career, but they knew enough of them and enough about them to be like, actually, I want to see how he does in his next step up fight. Someone tell me who Isaac Lowe fought last? Who did Isaac Lowe fight in his last fight?
I don't know.
Ain't nobody know who he is.
No one knows where he is in his career.
I don't know who he is.
I never heard of him. No one knows where he is in his career.
I heard his name, but I can't place a face. I can't place a fight. I don't know nothing.
Chan, you know his name because he holds Tyson Fury's bum bag. That's all he does.
Like cheerleader fucking
he's just a cheerleader.
Parker. He's cheerleader like Joseph Cheerleader Parker. Yeah. You should have flung him on.
Why not put Joe Joyce on that undercard?
Why didn't you put Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker? Because you think that's going to be a mega fight and that deserves its own thingy. Well, I'm telling you, that better be on fucking free TV.
Why not? The undercard. You stack that undercard. People come out and what? Yeah, I know they've said they've sold 90. They ain't sold 94,000. Touts have got most of them
all
tickets.
The touts got them. I know.
They ain't sold them.
Oh, nice.
You know, one of the things that's really getting on my nerves a lot. What Frank seems to forgets to realise, there's thousands of us Dillian White fans are going there to see, Dillian White fighting for the first time after about 3 years of waiting for a heavyweight title.
Yep.
I mean, I don't understand how Frank Warren can't sell that part of the fight to Dillian White fans. Tyson Fury this, Tyson Fury that. I was thinking, hang on, you're talking about top class heavyweight in Dillian White, who's carried pay-per-view shows
on his own.
Via Matchroom and through Sky, and yet you're going on like people like myself who are Dillian White fans. Tyson Fury.
Listen,
this is the problem with them. This is the problem with them. If they would have did it
fairly and correctly, they could have monetized even more. They could have had Sky showing it as pay-per-view as well and do a dual pay-per-view, and they would have capitalized, and then they would have probably got their 1.5.
Well, they banned the zone. They banned the zone. They banned the zone. They banned the zone from the fight. They banned the zone for the fight.
Yeah, they could have had it. They could have had it. Yeah, the zone's even banned as media to go there.
They were so adamant in getting one up on everyone else that they lost track. They lost sight of what actually was important. Like Kenny said, why not promote Dillian Whyte as a worthy contender? All you've done is slated the guy, but then expect him to sell the fight. And then you slated him. You offer him 20%. You go out of your way. You go out of your way to disrespect him and offer him a low amount of money so he wouldn't take the fight. Then when he takes the fight, you expect him to sell the fight without giving him any credit of what he's done in his career. The way it's literally amateur promotions what they've just done. It's absolutely shocking.
But that's Frank. You go to a Frank Warren show and you go to Eddie Hearn's show. Now, don't get me wrong. I've got my issues with Eddie Hearn.
It's budget. Frank Warren shows are always budget. It's going to be
but the reason why my issues with Eddie Hearn, even though he's doing the right thing and he's actually selling boxing to the casuals, he's going too far down that way with the casuals. But I get what he's doing. But with Big Frank, Big Frank is just cut costing all the time. At the expense of
He's doing Primark. He's doing Primark when he should be doing Harrods. Exactly. It's fucking Wembley Arena.
I mean, what's Harrods?
I don't know, one or the other.
You know, even Hennessy were doing a better job than Big Frank. And they're just as low budget as him as well. You know what I mean?
For me, it's not. It's a laziness. It's a laziness. It might well be about the budget, but it's lazy. It's a lazy promotion. I said this the other day, didn't I, Shan? They don't want to promote fighters. They expect fighters to just promote. Frank Warren is complaining Dillian Whyte's not promoting the fight. It's your job to promote the fight. You're the promoter. Exactly. Dillian Whyte is the fighter. He's not supposed to promote the fight. You are. Yeah. You get paid a percentage to promote this fight. You've not promoted it. All you've done is slate the B-side, the supposed B-side. All you've done is slated him about not turning up to a press conference. He's not, before that, he only deserves 20%. Well, if he only deserves 20%, then he does 20% of the work. And 20% of the work, and 20% of the work is turning up to the fight.
Yeah. The only reason why you're having it in Wembley is because of Dillian Whyte. Before it was going to be in Manchester Arena. If you was fighting Otto Violin rematch, we weren't coming. If you was fighting of Schwartz, we weren't coming. If you was fighting Elanius, we weren't coming. That was going to be in Manchester O2.
This fight is at Wembley Arena because of Frank's ego. This fight is only at Wembley Arena because of his ego. That's the only reason why. It's not. I know you said about Dillian Whyte. It's there because he wants to outdo Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, we saw more than Joshua now. We're number one, but you're not. You're number one in sending us the trashiest undercard.
That's the whole. That's the whole point. It's everything. Frank and Tyson Fury are obsessed with outdoing AJ and Hearn. That's what they're so obsessed with doing. You've gone to Wembley Arena with this fight. Yes, for me, it can be a Wembley Stadium fight. Fine, but give us something else. Give us a title fight on the undercard.
If he was going to fight Caballero, that wouldn't have been in no Wembley Arena. I'm telling you that now.
No, it wouldn't.
That wouldn't have been no Wembley.
You are right. The only reason why it's there, the only opponent he can fight there is Dillian Whyte. It is the only opponent he can fight there. Or Joshua. Yeah, but I've not mentioned Joshua simply because that's not a fight that can happen at this moment. But the only fight that's available to him to have at Wembley Stadium is Dillian Whyte. Without Dillian Whyte, this fight goes nowhere near Wembley Stadium. Not even close.
Frank Warren is basically calling it the Tyson Fury show. I think what Frank Warren tends to forget that Tyson Fury is not on Anthony Joshua's level when it comes to the kind of the reach he has, not just to boxing fans, to sports fans, and to people who live in sport. Anthony Joshua's like
Floyd Mayweather flew in a private jet to watch him fight fucking Pulev in COVID restricted days. Yeah. And no one's doing that for Tyson Fury. You're only going to get the people that come out now.
Tyson Fury knew this. Tyson Fury knew this, that he couldn't, because remember, he wouldn't. This is the Tyson Fury that his fans don't really know. They call him the man of the people. Yet Tyson Fury didn't give his fans a fight during lockdown because he knew he wouldn't get a crowd, he wouldn't get paid. But a lot of people don't know this about Tyson Fury. They don't know.
They want to believe what they want to believe at the end of the day.
All day, every day. I just block them now in my comments. They just get blocked. They can't even.
The guy,
dead comment blocked. Don't even.
The only respect I have for Tyson Fury is he's a good fighter. After that, I want nothing to. I want nothing about him. I don't respect anything about him. He's a compulsive liar. There's a reason why he went to America. The only reason why he went to America because he couldn't do anything here.
Yeah,
he had no fans here. The only reason why he got fans back here is because he beat Deontay Wilder, and then the old fans who was like, "Oh my God, Fury, he was overweight, and he did this, and I'm just like, okay." And then Americans who don't know what he was like here.
You're being nice. Let me just put this in abbreviated terms. GWH, and I'll leave it at that. GWH.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
That's what you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We know it. Point period. We know it. That's what it is.
Listen, I already said this.
That's what he better. They better.
There's a reason why he chose to go to America to fight Deontay Wilder, where he had the same choice to stay here and fight Anthony Joshua.
He didn't do it.
He chose to go to America because it's a new field where the Americans didn't know him. The last thing the Americans saw of Tyson Fury was when he got in the ring. Before he fought Wilder the first time was when he got in the ring with Wilder and they had the back and forth. So the Americans was like, yeah. And Tyson Fury built himself back up in America because the Americans didn't know what he was really like. They didn't know what he was really like. He didn't fight over here simply because he didn't have a fan base over here. He couldn't sell tickets over here.
How about that? Yeah, and he got banned.
That's the reason why he went over there, and he's built a fan base up over there off of fighting the same fighter 3 times and 2 people he shouldn't have been in the ring with.
Dead.
I mean, everybody, like, honestly, if Dylan White does the impossible and knocks Tyson Fury out, I'm gonna have to probably check myself into the ER for laughing too hard.
Me too.
You got your copay card ready because we be needing it out there.
I can't wait for the fight. I just want to see the fight happen.
Who's insisting on non-British judges and non-British referee?
They are.
Not dealing
Who
white.
do you think?
Not dealing white.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not going to make no difference anyway. So.
Dylan White, he's really gone into hiding, man. Nobody's heard a peep from this man.
Yeah, good.
No,
hey, Chan, I'll be right back in 5 to 10 minutes.
I said he was going to do that.
Yeah, okay, sis.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
I said he was going to do
something.
that, and I'm glad he's doing it. Right. I'm glad he's doing this because the reason why Tyson Fury and Frank Warren are fuming about this is because Tyson can't do what he usually does and tries to get into a fighter's head before he gets in the ring. This is the whole reason why they're mad about it, because for me, you can't be mad about the promotion because you already said this is the Tyson Fury show. If it's a Tyson Fury show, Dillian White doesn't need to turn up. People are only coming to watch Tyson Fury. People are only coming to watch Tyson Fury, apparently. So why do you need Dillian White there to promote it? The reason why they want Dillian White there is to try and rattle him and try and get into his head, try and say stuff that Dillian White is getting into Tyson Fury's head because Tyson Fury has no one to go back and forth with for this fight.
Bullshit, yeah.
He has no one to go back and forth.
Actually, I'm watching this fight for like only one reason and one reason only. I'm saying it primarily because it's a good fight overall, but the main reason is I want to see Dillian White knock Fury out. That's it.
Me too. Even if he loses, I just want to see Fury hit the canvas.
Well, I want to see what I want to see. I want, for me, what I can't wait to see happen is for fight fans to realize Fury isn't this front foot fighter what they all think he is because of Deontay Wilder. because he ain't going to fight like that against Dillian White. And when he doesn't, I cannot wait for people to turn around and go, oh well, he thought no. If you've got this energy that he's going to knock Dillian White out, and he doesn't go out and knock Dillian White out, I don't want to hear from you.
I want to hear nothing. That's what I'm saying. I just want to see Tyson Fury's ass on the canvas. He's been on the canvas a total of 6 times.
You are going to see it. You are going to see it. If he engages with Dillian White, what you're going to see in this fight is that let's not forget, as much as it's my Tyson Fury skills, let's not forget a fighter that we all many of us agree has no fundamentals managed to get through to Tyson Fury twice.
Yep.
Twice in one round, and then in the first fight, knocking down twice. Had it not been for like a generous count, he probably would have, fluked. Not even a generous count. To be honest with you, nine fights out of 10, the referee waves it off as soon as he headed.
If that was a UK ref, that would have been waved off straight away.
Yeah, he would have been. To be honest with you, I'm glad he didn't get waved off, because he got up at the end of the day. He got up and he recovered. So I'm not being bitter and saying, oh, he should have been knocked out. What I'm saying is 9 times out of 10, a referee waves it straight off because of how his head hit the canvas. And how he was, they waved it straight off.
Because 9 times out of 10, when you fought Otto Violin with them cuts, that would have got waved off as well.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you are right. Yeah.
When Lewis fought Klitschko, and Klitschko by round 6 was all bashed up with the cuts, even though he was putting his hands on Lewis. Lewis is lucky because that's why he retired. That fight got stopped on a technical knockout because of the cuts. Tyson Fury's always gone by getting blighs after blighs after blighs. He gets blind.
He's got a buy from the WBC. I mean, it was like
he makes their money.
Well, yeah, it was like coffee and biscuits. In Mexico, isn't it? Oh, Tyson, you don't have to, if you don't fight the mandatory, that's all right. You can just fight who you. I mean, what was going on there?
We're taking sanctioning fees that are amassing hundreds of thousands anyway. So you keep it because we don't really want Dillian White to have it because he doesn't amass money and we don't like him anyway. And
they've never wanted all the belts in England. They've never ever wanted all the belts in England.
Never, ever. That's what I'm saying. And I just can't wait to see this fight. Kenny is actually going to the fight.
Well, it's about 12. In 12 days' time, I'm going to be doing a vlog on my Instagram. Either way, either commiserations or congratulations to either fighter. I'll make sure that I get close.
We'll be here in the weekly wrap up, and we'll be talking about it on the Monday.
In 2 weeks' time, we will be anyway.
Yeah.
Chan, if I could go
ahead, eh?
Yeah, because in addition, everybody's probably agree with everybody completely because this for a fight of this magnitude, you want to draw up the undercard. Like I'm with you, Chan. I only knew who Tommy Fury was and David Adelaide. That's it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh when you said that.
I didn't know.
Yeah, but he only knows him because of Jake Paul.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. It's Tommy Fury. He's become an extreme. It's kind of concerning how pathetic he's been because now he's still calling out Jake Paul, saying like, "Oh, the guy I'm fighting would have chinned Jake." I'm like, bruh, stop.
Let it go.
Knock it off. Stop.
Jake, you'll fight you.
Bro, you shit the bed, and that's it. The fight is
you pulled out the fight, and that's it.
Jake Paul has more credibility than Tommy Fury.
Yeah, and now you're fighting for free. Now you're fighting for free on your brother's undercard. Whippity doo da day.
I mean, ERF. I was picking Jake Paul to beat Tommy Fury.
I was. I said it. I was talking to people at work, and there was like, they said to me, "Oh, Tommy." I was just like, honestly, I think Jake Paul actually knocks him out. I don't believe Tommy Fury's any good. I've always said he's no good. When I saw his first 2 fights, Campbell Hatton gets so much heat on how bad he is. Bearing in mind, he showed a very much improvement in his last fight. But anyway. But he gets so much heat on how bad he is. When Tommy Fury is, honestly, he's the worst fighter I have seen on live TV. He's terrible. His technique is shocking. For that family to call AJ a bodybuilder constantly, the whole thing. Oh, he's a body. Have you seen what Tommy? The most robotic person I've ever seen. He has no flow. He has zero flow.
There was a guy that Tommy fought with a kilt. I saw that fight. He didn't win that fight. He lost it.
Everyone was up in arms about that. He
remember his name.
He's terrible. He's terrible.
He fought someone that's got 101 losses.
And
whether it's the 4-round or whatever, he still went the distance. Like he's someone with 101
losses. He's shocking.
Get out
Listen,
of town.
He wouldn't be a professional boxer if his last name wasn't Fury.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's only where he is.
Love Island. That's all we know. You're from Love
No,
Island.
you know what? He wouldn't be a professional boxer if he didn't go on Love Island and people knew him.
Yeah.
Because of that's the only reason why he turned pro. Because I'm a pro boxer. I'm Tyson Fury's brother. Oh, so what you did was you went on a program to try and get followers and then turn pro.
Yeah. He was doing a Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Because I'm just waiting for the day where he does the whole fake Fury shtick like his brother, right? Now he goes in there and just gets his ass whooped by somebody who's just not.
AJ, what's going to happen is the same thing as Marcellus Wilder. That's the same thing, same way it's going to go. The same way.
That's exactly what he is. He's another Marcellus Wilder in the making.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly that.
I mean, just right quick to finish my point. I'm saying if they had let Eddie handle the undercard, with Eddie won the purse bid, right? I already know the undercard would have been 100 times better. Like
he way better. It would have been way better.
Like Art Dillian, you handled this. He would have put.
And we would have still complained, but it would have been better.
He'd have put Fabio on there. He'd have put Alan Babic.
Listen, I know you'd have world title eliminators on that.
You could have McKinson back on there again after coming up and win.
You put
it would have been stacked.
Criticize Alan Babic like all you want, but I'd pay cash money.
By his entertainment.
I mean, honestly,
Alan Babic has a fan base.
In addition to this, Alicia's fighting on the Benz. You know what, Alicia? Let me put you on Billions undercard for your title fight. How about that?
Baumgardner. Yeah. She did another fight, but you should have put her on this undercard and it.
Not even put a woman's fight on this undercard. There's nothing.
Yeah, stick a women's fight on there.
You'd have thought he'd have asked Bob and say, Bob, can you send a few fighters over?
Bob's like, no, I already borrowed you 20 million to 840. Bob helped him out. Bob's like,
yeah, of course. Frank had got
money plus tax plus That's
you think Frank has 40 million to spend? Frank had got no 40 million.
Company's houses.
If you see Frank's, if you go to company's house, look at
3.2 million.
Frank's business returns. Look how well these companies are doing.
3.2 million turnover. That's all.
He shouldn't have been allowed to bid that much on that fight without showing.
Guys, what do you think? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? I know it's probably still early, but if Eddie won the purse bid, what do you guys think about Boazzi versus Richard as the co-main?
That probably would have been a co-main.
That would have been.
It probably would have been a co-main. The thing is, with Eddie, what he puts on, the co-mains are normally a fight that could be a headliner. It's normally a fight that can actually headline itself. So if the main event doesn't pop off like we expect it to be, at least the co-main event is normally a great. So at least the fight fans come away with at least one fight, one of the headline fights being something they can come away with. If the headliner's trash, then the co-main event would have been a good fight.
You couldn't even borrow a Richard Riakporhe.
Yeah, say that again.
You couldn't even borrow a Richard Riakporhe. Coming off a win. We could have seen but you've shitted on your doorstep now, so now you can't come out. You got to clear up the doo-doo that's on your doorstep. More for you.
You know Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, with the Anthony Joshua fight, Usyk fight. Remember Lawrence Okolie was fought for his world title.
World title, Lawrence Okolie world title fight.
You guys have made an interesting point about Boazzi versus Richards. It's actually quite hilarious because once again we double books on the 21st of May. We got Frank Warren fighting. He's got Andrade against Parker, at Derby County Stadium.
Yeah.
And then on the same day, on the 21st of May, he's got Boatsy versus Craig Richards.
I'm more interested in Boatsy Craig Richards.
This is my point. But you look at the two undercards for those two fights, and we'll see what is. You've got Andrade versus Parker, which no one really knows who Parker is.
No.
For starters, no one really knows who Parker is.
I watch a lot of beat boxing all over the country, so I know who he is. But I got over him a year ago.
Yeah, but if you ask Americans, who's Andrade fighting?
Yeah,
who's Andrade fighting? They'll be like, oh, so Parker, don't know who he is. You ask them who Boatsy and who Richards are, they know who Boatsy is and they know who Craig Richards is.
Yeah. At least it's
Craig Richards fought Bivol, wasn't it, for the world title, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
last year got demolished. You could even have put in a who's Felix Cash with?
He's with Eddie Hearn. He's with Matchroom.
He's Matchroom.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's coming off a really bad fight where he probably lost.
Yeah, he didn't look good.
Ain't Denzel Bentley with Frank?
No, Denzel Bentley's got a fight with Wasserman.
Yeah, no, he's going on Channel 5, but couldn't he have
done
it? He's fighting that British Nigerian, isn't he? What's his name?
Yeah. Who's I can't remember his name properly, but yeah, he's
got a fight, but
But Frank did have Bentley though. Frank did have Bentley.
Did used to have, that's what
he had Bentley because Felix Cash beat him on their show.
Yeah, I remember. Whooped his ass.
Whooped
him, innit?
Yeah,
big and man, isn't he?
Beat him badly.
I mean, I feel bad because like Felix was calling out Chris Eubank, then he had that awful, dreadful fight where he, and then afterwards, I'm like, I'll take
that last fight the other day.
It's Felix Cash.
He lost that fight the other day.
I thought he lost that fight.
I thought he lost. I can't believe they gave him the decision. He got dropped.
Yeah, I thought he lost that fight. I thought he lost.
He lost.
Hang on, was that the undercard, the Ali Pali for
Yeah, he lost. He lost on that.
I thought he lost that fight. But I did pick him to beat Bentley. I remember being on someone's stream and there was going on about how good Denzel Bentley is, and I was like, I was saying like it sounds like you know. He's like, yeah, I know him. I know us as well. You're a bit biased. You're giving Felix Cash nah, Bentley's gonna bat. I said, all right. I just hope you have the same energy. If Cash pulls it out, you have the same energy and you come here. I've never heard from that guy since. I ain't heard a word from him.
We've got one last topic. We'll try and get it all done in 10 minutes. Lubin Fundora.
Fundora. Wow. You know what? He's him. I didn't really know too much about Fundora before this fight. To be honest,
they're over there and they're like, they're BBC, innit? And
I didn't really know too much about him, but I was fully impressed. Fully impressed for a guy that long, that big, and how he fights. His fight style is so exciting.
He fights in the inside as a
it was a great fight. It was a great fight. But, respect to Lubin. Lubin,
he got dropped on the second round.
Yeah,
and then he dropped him on
and it was a heavy knockdown as well.
Yeah, it was a heavy one. Lubin just took the same punches. The uppercut.
Yeah, Fundora's a tough fight for any one of those at 154. Anyone.
He's going to be tough.
154.
I mean, Lubin just couldn't.
He's beatable. He's beatable. He's beatable though, because I can see it. If Lubin him and gave him some trouble.
No,
he's going to give some people problems, but it depends.
The problem what I see with Fundora is he's with Samson, and I don't think Samson Lukowicz is going to put him in there with anyone he feels that's going to give him problems.
His fighters.
Yeah, he's already. I heard him the other day on the Sunday on TBV going on about that. Certain fighters ain't ready for his fighters, and he's saving David Morrell from Benavidez. They asked about if David Benavidez will fight Morrell, and he's like, oh no, Morrell's not ready. It's like, but Samson ain't gonna put him in with anybody that he thinks he's gonna beat.
Yeah, because he wants the winner out of Castano and Charlo, but it depends. If Charlo wins and he's undisputed, Charlo's definitely gonna ditch them belts and move up.
Yeah, Charlo's moving up. Charlo's gonna move up.
And if Castano has he's still gonna Charlo's still just gonna move up anyway.
Yeah, so I think Charlo's gonna move up.
Castano will give him problems. Give Fundora problems. Because Castano is still a fighter. He is good. He's got power. He's got fast hands. I think slow feet. I don't know too much about him. Argentinian. They're fucking tough as nails.
Yeah.
Don't with them. They will cause you an upset or two.
He's just going to be in wars. He's going to be in wars. He's going to be fun to watch, win or lose. Win or lose, he's going to be fun. He's going to be in fun fights. I think he'll be in a lot of big fights. I think.
Yeah,
because,
he can be in big fights. So he could be a world
because of his style. I was impressed with him. I was impressed. Like I said, he's only young. He has got flaws, but his fight style's exciting. Yeah. He's got quick hands.
He's like 18-0.
Yeah, he's got power. So he's
not accumulative. He's a volume.
Yeah. He throws that many punches.
You wouldn't expect him to throw so many punches, and he does, and he just fights in the inside. Like he doesn't have to with what he's been blessed with.
And he's very good on the inside as well.
He's got an 80-inch reach.
Yeah. For someone that long to be as good as
middleweight.
For being that good at in the inside with how much of a reach he's got. Normally, tall fighters aren't that good on the inside. But he's good. He's good. I like him.
Yeah. He could be a. Did you see the fight, Kenny? That one? Have you seen?
No, that's one of the fights I missed. You know,
I had to buy it on Fight TV. It's $8.99. You have to buy it here. $8.99 on Fight TV, but it will come out for free probably in a week. Like, try and look at it because it was a fucking amazing.
A great fight.
And then Lubin got stopped, or the towel came in, or whatever. In the 9th round, he was battered. He had a dislocated shoulder, smashed up
shoulder. His face. He looked like Martin.
He looked like Avatar. He looked like some kind of, the Avatar. I mean, is it Avatar?
Someone said he looks like Tevin Farmer. His eyes be.
Is it Avatar? That film with the blue people?
Yeah. The blue people. Yeah, with the nose is. The nose is like literally squished to the face. Yeah, it's Avatar.
Avatar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Avatar. Yeah.
He looked like Avatar to us. You get me?
Is there any decent boxing this week? All I've got to watch is the lightweight.
We've got Conor Ben.
We've got the lightweight boxer series.
And
Who's in that?
That looks good.
I'm gonna go through that.
Who's in that?
Have a look. I saw the card the other day.
You got Conor Ben fighting
Chris Van Aiden.
We've got him. After that, Conor Ben, we need you to step up after this.
Avanesian, please.
Yeah.
I think it probably will be Avanesian next.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it might have to be. If Frank hasn't got no...
I think they're just going to try... Yeah, that should bridge the gap. Go European.
Frank hasn't got anyone to put David in with.
Yeah, Frank he hasn't. That would like bridge between European and then worlds, fringe world.
What we saying about what we saying about boxers saying that it's highly likely that Kell Brook is going to fight Chris Eubank.
Kell Brook's going to get absolutely annihilated.
Kell Brook shouldn't fight him.
But he's going to get absolutely annihilated.
To do a catch weight of 157.
Yeah, he's going to get annihilated.
He's going to get
Kell Brook does not belong up there.
No, if they were the same weight class, I'd have Kell Brook beating Chris Eubank Jr.
No, this is what I'm saying, Chan. He doesn't belong up there. He doesn't belong up there. He doesn't.
You saw what happened when he tried to leap up to
he doesn't belong up there. Like you said, if there was the same weight class, Kell Brook's a better boxer. I agree with that. But he doesn't belong.
Filled in for Chris Eubank and got the breaks beat. Fair play to.
He's too slow up there, Kell Brook. He's way too slow up there. Anything above.
He needs to be at 154.
Anything above 154, he's too slow. He's way too slow up there.
Yeah.
Chris Eubank's going to dance around him and piece him up.
Jr. is such a just the original super clout chaser. I hope you don't give him that fight. There's no
No,
need.
he's got it. He's got it.
It's happening. It's happening.
Oh, is it happening?
It's happening.
Yeah. Kell Brook is
I
chasing
think
dollar,
they're just hashing out like financials, right? Or
Yeah. Ben Shalom's come out and said that just about everything's agreed. The weight's agreed. They're just talking about the split money and stuff now. So it looks like it's happening. For me, I think Kell Brook should have just gone and fought Conor Benn. It's a bigger fight. The thing is, for me, you beat. What I don't understand with this, how Kell Brook's, he's gonna fight Eubank. If he somehow beats Eubank, where does he go? Who does he fight if he beats Eubank? For me, if you go and fight a Conor Benn, you beat Conor Benn. There's still a couple of fights in that welterweight division that you can get because you're still a name. You beat Conor Benn, who's
going to James DeGale though. He's going to James DeGale. Before I retire.
Yeah,
fights are going to pay me.
Get the breaks beaten off me, and then I'll
but a Conor Benn fight will pay him.
Yeah, of course it would.
Apparently, he asked for £10 million that Eddie was never going to give him.
Yeah, you're not going to get 10 million for Chris Eubank.
No, he's not. He's not even going to get close.
He's not going to get 5.
He's not even going to get. He might get 5.
No,
I don't think he gets 5 for Eubank.
He got 3 for Khan.
Yeah, but that's for Khan. Khan can generate that money.
Yeah, but maybe he gets. All right, maybe he gets about 4 then.
I'd be surprised because Eubank doesn't sell really.
I know, but that's what Kell Brook
I think it's politics the way he won't fight Conor Benn because I think
because of Eddie. Yeah, I think he's bitter towards Eddie.
Yeah,
but
he's bitter towards Eddie.
Eddie's got a good trick though, which I kind of admire. Where you know what, I'm going to sign the rival to my main star, so basically I can control that rival's career. And then when my main star kicks the crap out of that rival, I'm not going to take that rival's calls when he needs me the most. And Kell Brook's pretty thought, I'm not doing that for this guy.
Yeah,
that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Kell screwed himself though with Eddie. To be honest, with the Crawford fight, he screwed himself. That was Kell's fault. That had nothing to do with Eddie.
Yeah, he fucked off. Everyone got this new.
Yeah.
The only reason that Eubank is calling out Kell right now and he wants to fight her, this Kell Brook's waves were high. He's trying to ride off that.
Yeah, Eubank needs a name. No one cares who Eubank fights at this moment in time. No one cares who he fights. He needs a name.
World title aspirations, man. We don't hear.
No, but this is another thing. What does this do for Eubank? He beats Kell Brook. All right, you've beat Kell Brook, who's coming up. We already know he doesn't belong at this weight. We already know he don't belong up there. Golovkin already showed us he don't belong up there. Who do you get? Do you think you're going to get a Golovkin fight? You're going to get a Charlo fight? You're not going to get any of these fights by fighting Kell Brook.
And then people are going to behave. It's like, okay, you beat a washed up, blown up Kell Brook. Like that's what people are going to mostly be. Everybody's going to be saying. So it's like, yeah,
he's not going to get credit for this fight. He's not going to get credit for beating Kell Brook.
He don't want credit. He just wants money and a little bit of talk.
He wants the right wage. He wants the right wage.
He's Chris Eubank Senior's son. That's what I can say.
Yeah. That's they're about the stature and how.
Not legacy, clouty.
Nah, you know what? I'll give Senior. You can't say Senior went about legacy because he did his bit.
No, Senior was about legacy, not the son.
Yeah, Junior's not. No.
You guys, what is so funny? Like I was watching it was something like with the super middleweights. It was like Eubank, Calzan.
That round table thing on Sky. Yeah,
he was asked. Eubank Senior was asked, "Why did you never you were back when you were champion?" He's like, "Oh,
He said what?
No,
yeah."
Senior was asked why he never fought Roy, like in his prime in the '90s or whatever else. He was like, "Oh, that would have been suicide."
But he was a warrior, though, boy. Lisa, can I get your take on before we wrap? Because we will be wrapping in like 2 minutes. Can we get your take on Lubin Fundora?
Oh, my heart is broken to see that happen. That was the most intriguing fight for me for the past weekend because of the style. not only that, just the dimensions and everything. And I knew that Fundora was a good inside fighter because that's his bread and butter. He's just like, he likes to fight in the pocket and he's good at it. But I did not expect that type of beating. Like I was telling AJ, because me and AJ was talking yesterday. I was like, how did your shoulder get separated?
That's what I wanted to know.
Like, what the heck?
And I didn't see where it affected, where it even looked like that happened. Because he's still throwing that right.
Trauma in the middle of his head.
A blood clot.
And somebody was like, he looked like the Elephant Man. He looked worse than Barrios, and Barrios looked bad. I felt bad looking at that. Yeah, but like,
I didn't enjoy what I saw, the punishment that he was enjoying. That made me like feel bad for him.
Nah, I enjoyed too much punishment. Too much punishment.
Yeah, I picked Lubin, but I wouldn't have been surprised if Sebastian Fundora won because of his style. Yeah. And I know his work rate is high and he just keeps coming and coming. And Sebastian Fundora is gonna be a problem for anybody.
He's beatable, but it just depends on the style he's matched up with.
You're gonna know you're fighting him though. That's the thing. He might be beatable, but you know you're gonna be in a fight with him. You ain't gonna get out of that fight without being hurt a few times.
In one round, he threw 200 punches.
Yeah, that guy, he's mad.
Like 173 of them. What the fuck?
But one person said it yesterday. I can't remember where I was at. I was on a lot of people, the young fighters of the day don't have an inside game. Now, if he work on his outside game, if they establish a jab on him, like a power jab, that dude would be almost unbeatable. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, his inside game's unbelievable. But the fact of how tall he is and how long he is, his outside game could be just as effective. To be honest with you, he probably does have an outside game. I just think he's comfortable in the pocket and he knows he can outwork people in the pocket with his punch output. But when he comes up against somebody who he will have to, use his length, use his reach. I'm intrigued, and I'm looking forward to seeing him against someone where he has to do it to see how comfortable he is, because he can't. Obviously, he's good at what he's doing, but you can't just be one dimensional. We all know that in boxing you can't just stay one dimensional because now people know what you're bringing to the table. When you go to the weigh-ins and everyone's like, look how tall he is. Well, he doesn't use it. So people are going to train for that now. People are going to train knowing full well what he's going to do.
Yeah.
You guys y'all know those like car balloon design things, like with that be like, floating. Like,
yeah.
I think fighting Fundora is actually, just imagine actually trying to fight one of those things. That's like fighting Fundora. I think.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. He just stand crazy.
See what he brings. So but this is the end of the show. Kenny, you stayed up with us. Rah! End of the show. We went 2 hours and 17 minutes.
I was in Croydon last week watching my team get thrashed by Crystal Palace. So
sorry about that.
It's all right, Kenny. It could be worse. You could support Man U.
I heard you're a Man U fan, and I'm just saying that. Oh my God, that's not a team that used to. That basically Arsenal, Man United.
They were the Dons.
Oh Man U, we're terrible at the moment. I have no. Oh God, I don't even know. I was watching the Everton game, and I was just sat there going, I'm not even surprised. I'm not even.
I didn't think you'll score.
Honestly, it was so. Anyway.
But anyway, Ken, tell them where they can find you so they can see you blogging on your Instagram.
My Instagram's at KennyKen1972. My Twitter's at KennyKen1972. But on Instagram, I just put all sorts of football stuff, boxing stuff. Yes. And, I'll tell you now, my wife said to me, don't you dare get your camera out for the Dillian White fight like you did with the you know, Joshua and Usyk fight. I want to spend time with you. It's our time together. I said, of course I won't. I won't. I am gonna. Because how can you be part of the event and not vlog? You got to.
Nah, I'll follow you, Ken. I'll give you a follow on Instagram.
Yeah. Give me a follow on Instagram.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of do it because we got Man United that day as well. Because I've got a ticket for the Arsenal Man United game, so I'm going to start. My day's going to start from Arsenal Man United, go to the hotel, get changed, and then get for the boxing vlog. And then when the fight starts, no vlogging. I'm going to vlog the national anthem. I'm going to vlog the Eddie, the judges' scorecard, and that's it. And maybe try and get in the ring. But that's about it. Nothing
a little bit. That sounds like a great day, Ken, and I will be looking forward to seeing your
Hopefully the first part of your day is horrible.
Pop down to Wembley myself.
Hey, it's got to be. You're going to beat us. We're bad.
Myself, so I'm going
trust me. If you don't beat us, something's wrong with Man United.
There's something wrong with us anyway.
We're bad as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down and get some bits and vlog as well. So you know, catch up with the fans and get some bits and pieces.
Right.
So
LadyChann, I'm out. I need to go for a shower and go to bed.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Jay, Lisa, good to see you. I'm out as well. See you later.
Yeah, great show as always. Yeah, Ken, see you later.
Shouts out to Lisa Bell. Shouts out to AJ Oldjay. Who else was on the panel? Shouts out to Coach Malachi New Media. That's a lot of background. You turn the mute mic. Oh, that needs to be muted. Sis, that needs to be muted. Yes. Yeah, mute.
I want to ask you if he had Twitter, but he left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you, Lance Mayer. So, I'm going to thank everyone that was in the chat.
Great show as always, LadyChann.
Thank you.
Always fun. Always fun.
Always fun when you guys come on. It is always fun to chop it up. I look forward to. I think I'm going to do afternoon live on Wednesday, and we're going to do a rewatch of Whitaker and De La Hoya on Thursday. So so we're doing that, and probably we'll squeeze maybe something in on the Sunday if I'm not too tired from this Saturday. We might do another rewatch like Canelo Triple G 2. I just want to score it. I do really want to score that. So yeah. AJ, he said, what did you want to ask? ERF is in the chat. He said, what do you want to ask?
Oh, no, just if you had a Twitter account, that's all.
ERF, do you have a Twitter account? If you do, I don't follow it either. If you do, let's all. Me and AJ, we're always on Twitter, tweeting our shit, retweeting.
Yeah, you should start one too. Join us.
Yeah, come and join us, ERF. If you got a Twitter account, find me at least at LadyChann, LadyChann, guys. I'm also on Instagram at LadyChann, LadyChann. All social media is at LadyChann, LadyChann in the building. And yeah, so I'm going to thank Reese Mack, ERF, Lance Mayer, Slim Reaper, Hawk from Maryland, Roderick Freelot, Paul Evans, King Moore, Shelton Moore, Kelvin, Bomb Squad. We got in the build Dizzin. That was Eric Gomes. We got Hap in the build Dizzin. What up, Hap? Miss you. I'm glad you was here in the chat. King KO was in the build Dizzin. UGC Flame. Troy Graham, Gredax. Who else was here? We had our TJ Thomas Jones. I said Canna, thank you. Your moderator, thank you as well. Keep the chat blessed and run well like the rest of them do. We had a lot. Karma Serene, the Queen, was in the build Dizzin. Daz Beats, we had the LDBC. Salute. They was in the build Dizzin, behaving themselves because it's parliamentary procedure around here. We had, who else did we have? Thomas Fredericks. We had Josh was in the build Dizzin. Who else was in the build Dizzin? Coach Malachi, like I said. Everyone fears Andrade. We had a Canelo Twitter YouTube account. He was funny. I forgot what his name was. Mad Dog, mi hermano, gracias. Muchas gracias. Also, who else did we have? Everyone fears Andrade. That's so funny. There he is. Canelo, the white man slayer, was in the building. That is hilarious. And obviously, I was here, so you know how we do it. You just say, anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann written on this. Come watch with Shan. Gone. Thank you for joining me. LadyChann has left the building. Gone. LadyChann. Fight.